See how quickly we get kicked off Twitch.
See, I'm still having. Okay, maybe I made a few.
There we
few
go. I see
mine.
it live.
Hey!
We're live.
I made a few minor changes and they didn't stick, so I'm just fixing that now.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
And I can do this.
Move rocks over. Ooh, I got the K-pop merch emote. Ooh. Actually, hold on. Damn it!
Denied.
Ah, we got Fantasy subscribing too.
Yep, my Prime just came available today.
I'm making sure I spelled that right, because I always spell it wrong.
Do I have a Prime resub yet? Oh, I do.
Mine still got like 15 days. 27 days, so.
I thought I already did it.
I thought I already had two until I just saw them and I saw the button said resubscribe.
Jeez, we actually got a hype train for the.
Hi,
Wait, hold on, wait. This isn't even on my damn channel. What the hell, guys?
Gotta clip it, yo. Hi.
We're having a hype train. It's not even on my channel.
That's okay. It's the G for GD&D hot hype train.
Hot
Oh
train.
yeah.
It wants me to share it's my 3-month sub anniversary.
Or if you're a Viking like me, the hype boat. Oh, cheers, 100%.
And the dog is went out.
Loki, come here.
I've got some too, so I just had to.
Loki, go to bed. Go to bed
I have no clue what they were doing. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off desktop audio until I get the. Lay down. On the bed. Oh!
Nice.
You didn't get desktop audio.
I
off.
turned it off. Well, you're getting it from my end. You're getting
we're
it all
getting it from
from
Zoom.
Loki.
Right. Yeah.
God bless it.
Actually, I'm getting it from.
Hey!
I'm sorry. Hold on.
I thought I was just getting it from the OBS I had open.
We're back. There's audio. All right.
Okay.
So hold on. So we have 3 subs, and I'm seeing what? 1, 2,
Get the
3,
hype train
4,
going.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10 worth of bits. So with that being said,
How much is that for us to live?
we have advantage rolls from
Oh.
last game. Still.
Well, the subs are $2.50 a piece. The bits will be
Uh,
almost 1-for-1 translation.
Almost.
So we'll just say we got $10 in bits and $15 in subs. Or $5
well,
in subs.
except we only get 2.
We'll say $7.50. That's $17.50 total. So we still have an advantage roll for everybody from last game. And since Scotch wasn't here, she'll get that automatically. God damn it, who just did that? Dell!
Oh, yeah,
Dell with 100
Dell.
bits.
Woohoo!
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Your
500.
Viking Queen
No, that's
approves.
6. That's
So we're up to
500.
2250.
78% of the way to our next hype train level.
Hey.
How's it going, Sammy? How's it going, Dave? How's it going, Dell? This has definitely been an interesting 6 minutes.
And we literally haven't.
And we
done
haven't
it.
done a
That's all I got
thing.
left.
And Big is probably just sitting there like, oh, come on, I want to play.
I'm here. I'm just watching.
So,
He's on this train.
so
He's riding.
this is literally the group of emotional distress. I'm going through hell right now. Fantasy's going through hell right now. Driz or Nymphomel has had a lot of stuff going on. Scotch had some stuff going
wanna
on,
cut my
and
leg off.
Big wants to cut his leg off. So it's definitely gonna be. I mean, we're all.
So you found the happiest group on the
I found the
internet.
best
We're
group
all looking
ever.
for a reason to have fantasy, to have some form of fantasy and get away from everything.
Pretty
today.
much.
Oh, only 20 seconds left on the hype
I
train.
don't know what else we need,
Get it.
but
Get it. Choo choo.
I'm out. I'm tapped.
I'm tapped.
Oh,
Hey!
on 99% 100.
Noise.
Look at
Nice.
that. Fun time.
all right. So depending on how rolls go, let's just say the next hour worth of rolls is advantage.
I like that.
Unless you specifically would have had disadvantage,
Yes.
then just
If it's
normal.
if you were gonna have
Yeah.
disadvantage, then it's just a normal roll.
Not that I would ever have disadvantage on a roll.
Misbehave.
I always do everything in line with what you expect,
Thanks
obviously.
for those bits, everybody.
Dude, everybody, thank you for the bits.
Yes, this has been an interesting 7 minutes worth of.
Got 4 more minutes for another hype train level.
Well, let's try to get started. I mean, we
Oh,
we're supposed to be playing D&D tonight,
Right?
but you know, we got a hype train.
This is the hype
It's-
train.
Listen,
I
I'm on this
thought
ride
this
for the
was
Hey,
an
train.
episode
hang
of
on a minute
Lupin
here.
with that
Jester,
alert
did you
that keeps
change
popping
your
up.
character's name?
I corrected it to the way we were pronouncing it.
Arceus.
So
Okay.
I did
Brax-
change
Oh
it
wait,
to
how do I
Braxius.
say it?
So it should be Braxius, not Barxius,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Bark, bark.
I couldn't
Cubby,
pronounce
can
my
you
own
modify
character's name
that,
correctly.
or how
Whether
hard would
I
that be to
don't-
modify?
He'd probably have to go into a whole image editor. And
Actually, here,
I'm
it's
guessing.
not hard to do, but if you guys, well, so I'll keep. So we're
Let's.
so I'm gonna go be right back. I will get that fixed real quick. But we can kind of keep talking, and because they can hear me, they can hear you. I have both my Blue Yeti and the desktop audio up on, so we're just shit, Del.
Oh snap! Look at all those gift subs! Woo-woo!
Whoa!
Oh yeah,
Del with the 5
the
gift
man.
subs.
Hype, hype, hype.
Oh hey, Sammy got one. Yeah.
All right, so
Hey, my boy Popstar got one.
So-
too.
I'm not hearing anything. Oh, because I didn't hear. Dave's gonna have to go back and hit those.
You're on Be Right Back. You're on Be Right Back. That's why you can't
Yes.
see that.
So
you can't
Dave
see.
is gonna have to go in there and hit that real quick.
Ah. Oh,
So that's my fault.
hype train. You can always just leave us up. I mean. I
Oh
don't know
my
what the-
word!
Another 10.
Oh, I guess you probably.
Adam
Holy
just
cow.
hit 10 gift
Holy
subs.
crap!
Hey, Dave.
When we go back live, Dave, we'll need
it.
you to re-trigger
Yes.
these because since we're in Be Right Back, we can't. they won't
Re-trigger
trigger.
that because
Cubby's gotta go into studio mode really quickly and put alerts over the Be Right Back screen right now.
I switched this
Final
over.
level.
Oh gosh, Sammy!
Sammy.
More gifts up. What are we? Well,
I mean,
200%,
We're
190.
we've slayed a
approaching-
dragon, you
we're
guys.
approaching-
Level up.
Hype train. Oh, hype train for charity. Woo woo.
Final level.
There we go.
Oh man, I wish I could give something to keep this rolling. I already. got
Sorry,
tapped earlier,
I'm
like,
sitting here trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I don't even know what I'm doing. So it's BRAXIUS.
Correct. Yeah, just flip the R and the A.
Brahman.
Oh no, why do I get the feeling we have Drizz's nickname for Braxius now?
No, we already got SG, man. I gotta come.
Well,
up
I
with
told
some-
Cubby after the last one I was going to change it because I created the guy and I kept pronouncing it wrong. I'm like, if I can't pronounce it right, no one's going to be able to do it. So I
Okay,
just changed it to how we
wasn't
were saying
here.
it.
What are we calling you?
Braxius. And the R and
So
the
that should automatically change now.
He
Okay.
did.
It did.
there it is.
I just call him Brat.
Well, we cannot thank
He's the
everyone
bra
enough
of our
for the gift subs, for the bits, for everything else. This has been an awesome way to start, especially considering the state that we were in kind of coming into this. This has been an awesome way to start this.
Yes.
So much hype.
Hi.
Feel like we owe you guys like an extra hour of gameplay if only we could, right?
Right?
We could play next
We
week.
will make sure to make tonight very
And you could-
entertaining. We'll
We
put
could
it
And
that
always
way.
honestly,
do a bonus
I don't know
next
how-
week as a hype.
I guess it's this way. No, this way. She gave me some ideas as well, so I don't know how to point on cam.
Who are you trying to
Who are
point
you
No,
to?
trying to point?
Grizz. So I got some things up my sleeve for tonight that I
tuned.
wasn't planning on.
And it'll be the
Well,
first time I've
are
ever had
we
any rolls
the
or anything active,
are you taking
so-
her encounter suggestion?
Possibly. Not that one exactly, but yes.
Ooh.
So as you all can,
Better than spending 4 or 5 days at sea, right?
you still have some time at sea, but you have to get, you're on your way to port. So as you can tell, this is a small Halloween special. I mean, a few of us are dressed up as different things with Halloween this weekend, if I'm correct.
And if you don't recognize mine, the towel should be the giveaway.
I don't even know.
or
He's
the
a-
number 42.
He's
And
a
I'm
dude
wearing
with a
pajama
towel.
pants. I'm wearing pajama pants, and I would have a
I was
bathrobe.
gonna say
but-
days on it. Don't panic.
Oh, he's the dude.
Nope, I'm Arthur Dent.
Oh.
Yay!
Really? I thought you were the guy at the boxing rink that tells me to push it harder. Dig
Sammy,
deep!
if you are on the Good for Gaming Discord, definitely send me a message. I am kind of making a small list of people in case we have somebody that does have to drop out for any reason, and we can bring other people in, or we can use a special guest or add a special, like, certain things at certain points.
Yeah.
But yes, just send me a message. Cubby Blue for life. So I know we had some 500 bits in there, so we could change conditions. AZ gave 500, Dell gave 500. Well, AZ gave 1,000 actually.
Oh, it's almost over.
So
Alright. You should have it.
1.
boom.
Oh. Oh, we have arrived at our destination, which is the
Woohoo!
Dungeons and Dragons stream, I guess.
I actually like that one. The hype punk.
That's cool.
Nice. 13 subs, 23.90 bits.
That was
Awesome,
great.
everybody.
Nice.
Thank
Heck of a way to start off the stream.
you. Indeed.
Yes. Okay.
Because we all showed up dressed like weirdos.
Yeah.
See, I'm almost offended because I'm actually just wearing my regular t-shirt. We're all weirdos. Wait, what?
No, just embrace your
Well,
weirdness.
you've got the
Hey, you
pink
got your beard.
So.
Yes, yes.
I was gonna tell you, you should have got it like a plaid shirt and like a beanie, and you could have just been a lumberjack.
All right. So last session, they got back to the town. They met a tiefling warlock named Braxius. They ended up talking to a wizard outside of town that was able to perform the teleportation scroll, which got them back to the boat with Captain Steele. and they actually had to go back and watch the last like 10 minutes of the stream because I kind of forgot what happened or how we ended. But they made an agreement with Captain Steel to go back to port, and then they are going to go back east to where Captain Steel and the ship actually encountered more of the pseudo dragons and whatnot that they encountered after the group was dropped off. You guys still have about 3 or 4 days at sea before you get to the new port. If there is anything you would like to do as a group, or I know Driz and Scotch was kind of continue teaching Driz the form of brew mastery.
Yeah, we were teaching each other something, right? I have what you were teaching.
You were teaching me how to swim.
Right. That's what I couldn't remember what it was. If it was sailing, and they said no, it was swimming, and I was like, well, I have down here it's brewing.
Yeah,
for me anyway,
Scotch was teaching you how to
Swim and
brew, and so Driz is teaching Scotch how to swim.
So, tell me how many days we're gonna be out at sea doing nothing, so I can add that to my out of 50 days.
I hope that's just my net. That didn't happen to anybody else.
What?
I didn't see anything.
Okay, good. My net's still not fully repaired, so.
Okay. Okay, maybe that means I should keep up Streamlabs so I can keep an eye on mine. But I'm actually not having any issues compared to like I was last session.
Oh, I didn't see anything happen. So
I didn't see anything either.
Let's say you guys are still at sea for about another 3 days. Before, so you can add 3 days to learning how to swim, learning.
Where are we at already?
We were at 10.
I missed.
Yeah.
Well, that
So
10 was
off the-
from
That was
from
from like
like a month and a half ago.
Right. So you added 3 more days, so that would put us up to 13 of whatever
Yeah.
we're learning. So I'm up to 13 days put into lock picking.
How much is a month and a half ago in 2020?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It was like a month and a half ago when we.
I know. I don't remember anything.
It might have even been longer than that.
It
was probably even
longer
than that.
honestly.
Yeah, time works differently in 2020. So.
Oh yeah, we've gone through about 10 years in that past month.
And then the
All
next week's going to be even
days.
longer.
But we're here to have super much fun and kick some booties and learn swimming and brewing.
Yes.
So let's do this.
So, you guys spend about another 3 days at sea. You guys have spent probably most of that teaching each other what the brewing, the swimming, learning the lockpick. There's not a lot of other. I mean, there's no major. What's the word? There's like nothing major happens. Like it's pretty simple, pretty easy. No rainstorms. No, you don't come across anything crazy out at sea.
So I guess, does anybody need anything while we're at port, other than, of course, Scotch and Escalade asking
got
the
me.
cook to get more beer?
You know
So
we need ale.
you guys, as you. Okay.
Escalade.
So, and then
Escalade spends the time and thought reflecting on his tenants. I don't know. if
That's
I
fine.
said that. Or if
I
anyone-
was going to. It's just so we know what's going on there, so people know what he was doing. Does Jester want to start learning anything while at sea, or like you,
Get my
or V? Like, is there anything that you don't currently know how to do that you might think your character would want to know? Or
Out of character, I want to say I want to get a better feel for the game first. In character, we could just say that Brax is still seasick.
okay, because you've never been on a boat.
Yeah.
You've never been on a boat
Brax is
before.
just-
Yeah.
Brax is
Driz
just
is
trying to learn
teaching-
how to not throw up on board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Driz is teaching Brax how to like live at sea.
sea legs.
The ground keeps moving.
Okay.
It's easy to keep an eye on Scotch swimming down below and like give a pat on the back of the guy puking overboard at the same time.
Yeah,
Don't
can
hit
you,
her.
like,
It's
aim
okay. She
that
can wash off.
in a direction that is not on me. That would be great.
Cubby,
Do my
What's
best.
up?
when we get to port, I just need to get a potion of healing
Okay.
at some point.
Yeah.
Are they still 50 or not?
I can let me look real quick.
Well, you might be able to convince the captain to get it for you, considering what we're going to be doing.
Oh yeah, man, the captain loves Escalade.
I might be in a better shape to do that now because the captain does recognize that I am.
Yeah, they're.
Which
We'd
I
advance
still
that
am kind of like
pride
not really
and so
sure
forth.
I am.
Escalade is the best.
Well, I mean, it also depends on how you guys talk, how a conversation can go with shopkeep too.
I mean, I already got the guy to give me plate
True.
armor, you know?
It's true.
I can convince him to give me a couple. I do have +6 to persuasion.
Yeah. But I think that Rox's relationship with the captain might be a little bit more solid right now than Escalade's.
But so you guys start getting close to port. If anybody wants to look kind of towards port or look around as you're pulling in, roll me a perception check.
Now this is a perception check with advantage,
Yes.
right?
All rolls right now are with advantage.
How do you do that on? I know you've told me this before, Big, but how do you roll for advantage on Beyond or D&D Beyond?
Once you click it, the box will come up. Just change the little box to advantage.
Okay.
If you're using your D20 sheet, I mean your D&D Beyond sheet.
Yeah, but I don't see a way to. But doesn't matter. I got a 24. I don't have to worry about it.
I got a 21.
I don't remember how to do advantage, but 18.
I don't remember how to do a roll.
If you're doing it just
You do
average,
command, check, perception, ADV,
ADV.
but space
Yeah.
between all the
Exclamation point. Check.
words. Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Command, exclamation point, whatever. Potato, potato.
I got a 14.
Okay. Esco's got a 14.
Oh,
Driz has got a 21. Rax has got a 24. Scotch has got.
Well, geez, V.
No.
Huh?
V busted out the nat 20.
Yep.
Oh,
No space,
yeah, no
just
space between the
exclamation point.
exclamation and
Oh yeah.
check.
And don't forget ADV at the end.
And you don't even need check, just exclamation point C, space perception ADV.
Son of a gun.
Yes,
Should've on that.
Would have
Ooh,
saved
I
like
did my first
part
roll.
of a second.
And it was an 8.
Wow, even with advantage. You know, to be fair though, that's totally perfect for you coming into our game because that's how we all
Yes.
rolled at the start
Yep.
of this campaign.
It's true.
We'll just argue that you're too busy throwing up to really see
All right.
anything.
So
Yes.
I saw some
as you
fish.
all kind of start coming into town or into the port, you notice that there's nobody around. Like it's the port itself looks dead. Like you could
What
This
time
is
of
the
day?
point-
let's say midday, like sunny, bright.
Like we would expect. there to be
Exactly.
people, but
Right.
there's not.
Driz kind of looks over her shoulder at the group and is, because I assume she's kind of like at the edge of the ship, closest to the water.
Guys, Driz been to
Lay down.
Nata Port in her time, and I gotta say, this one's weird. This one be weird.
Rox looks over at Captain Steele and says, "You did say they were expecting you, right?"
Per my calculations and the map that I was shown to get here and all that type of stuff, this is where we're supposed to be.
Roxanne looks over at Escalade and goes, "Trap."
Well, it's not good. I mean, I wonder if your boys here, you do that thing where you sense stuff.
I can give it a shot. So I use
I don't know where we are right now.
We're
We're pulling it. We're pulling into the port. The idea was we were going to pull into the port that Captain Steele was supposed to go to deliver his goods, and then we were going to head back to an island close to where they were last attacked by pseudo dragons. So we pulled into that port we pulled into that port where everybody he expected people to be there because he's supposed to deliver these goods, and nobody's there.
Gotcha.
60 feet.
What is the one I'm looking for? No, that.
I'll be right back, yo.
So you're supposed to give people this stuff that you've got. No one's here. Were you mean to them? What's that?
Right, I'm gonna.
Honestly, I have no clue, to be honest. I mean, I would assume that the people that I was coming to drop these goods off to were here.
Does it just look like the town's been just abandoned, or the port has been abandoned, or does it look like it's been wrecked, or what?
It's looks like you could. There's like goods all over the dock. Like things were being moved around. Stalls.
So whatever happened recently.
Driz jumps off the
Stalls
boat.
have food in them. Like there's merchandise still on tables. Like it whatever it was. There's just it seems like yeah, like it just.
All right, Driz. When you go over there, look for people and don't take a bunch of stuff that's not yours, okay?
Driz no thief. Driz been beaten enough time to know that stealing bad.
All right, just making sure.
So have we actually pulled in and they brought Gangplank down?
Yeah, at this point, I mean, like you guys noticed, like as you guys were pulling up, like it's eerie that there's nobody around right now.
Oh, I figured Driz was gonna jump off.
I mean, you can.
Like when we kind of
I mean,
got close.
if that's how you wanted to do it,
do a little bit of scouting.
You can do it that way. I'm not gonna stop you.
So, I don't know. I don't know how deep the water is here, so we'd probably be just pulling up to a dock, right?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so I'll
down.
I don't know, what, an athletics check to make a long jump to the dock?
At advantage.
I got a 17.
You jump in and you just swim as fast as you can to the dock, and you climb the nearest ladder.
Whoa. Coming.
Oh yeah, Big Head call.
Wait, what? Oh. Escalade had a small personal issue, so he'll be back. I'm not gonna sit here and change everything.
It's a puzzle. Y'all figure it out.
Because
it's interactive.
You know what you could do is you could
here,
do
hold on.
a window
hold
capture
on.
and just capture zoom.
Yeah, well, that's
really
what I'm gonna
quickly
do. So hold on, actually. There, you guys can see my desktop. How about that? Because it's not like I got anything to hide.
Yeah. So
I jumped off. About how far away is the boat from this dock?
So when you're jumping away, it's probably 15, 20, 30. I'd say 50 yards.
Let's give it a second, Sammy.
Okay. Well, I got a pretty good swim, so I probably swim over there pretty quickly. I probably won't get up on to the dock, although I will try and see if I see anything going on it as I kind of swim by it, because I don't have to breathe, so I'll probably just stay underwater the whole time.
So as we get there, I'm going to kind of assume we take our standard position, which would mean, even though he's not here, Escalade would go first because he's got the armor and everything else. I would be more toward the back, so I've got line of sight with the bow.
So what do you want me to do a perception check, Cubby?
If you want.
Or would this be an investigation check?
An investigation.
Well, I'm not investigating anything in particular, so it'd just be what I'm perceiving around me,
I don't know what this dog is doing, but he's driving me crazy.
Dogs like to play D&D too.
So, I got a 16 for scoping out the dock and, the shoreline as I swim up onto it.
Unfortunately, our DM is stepped away
I'm
for
here.
a moment, so there he is.
I had to open up the door. So as you get onto the dock and you start kind of looking around, it literally just looks like there's crates of food just kind of dumped over. There's the tables have have stuff on it. It
On
literally looks like something came through and like it's there no bodies, so it's not like people are dead. They're just nobody around. It's
Jiz likes to use her sense of smell and taste. Does she smell anything strange on the air, or does it just smell
it
like
smells salt water, salty. It smells like a port. At least on the docks it does.
Okay. I swim, like I said, I'm swimming kind of just under the surface of the water along the dock up to the shoreline. Scoping it from
So
like underneath the surface of the water, not above water, but
as we start to pull up and, we're kind of getting ready, Rox looks back at Captain Steele and says, "This looks eerily like the stories you've been telling about the ships."
It does, doesn't it? There's nobody here.
I'm gonna have Butter fly up about 100 feet and see what she can see.
Roll me a perception check. Just a D20 perception check for Butter.
How do you roll a perception check
hang
for Butter?
Hang on, I've got the stats somewhere. Hang on a second.
I was gonna say her thing should have
yeah, they're
stats.
for Tressums. Although it's not a stat for a
Yeah.
Tressum, it's stats for a familiar, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Familiars have a specific stat, no matter what shape they take.
Well, here, let me just roll the d20.
Wow.
Hey,
Nailed it.
roll again.
That's a one. Wait, I
Roll
have
again.
advantage, right?
She has advantage. She gets to roll again.
Watch, she rolls another nat one.
Hey, be quiet. No. Shh. Yeah. Come on, kitty.
Okay.
Hey, there you
14.
go.
14 plus
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
She flies up and as she kind of goes forward, she reports back to you that she sees nothing. Like it seems like this port is just abandoned to the point.
All right, y'all. Butter hadn't seen anything. Not as far as her little chest eyes can see. So it's nothing. I don't know.
I heard it go. Oh, okay.
All
It
right.
does show what it was. Thank you for the follow, Laura.
All right.
Cubby,
For the follow.
What's
Cubby,
up?
does Awakened Mind work like a search? Like if you can't physically see something, and if so, can I detect anything with Awakened Mind?
Let me look at it real quick.
It's
Meanwhile,
telepathically
Rock-
speak within 30 feet. I just don't know if you can use it if you don't know something's there for sure.
Meanwhile, Rox is waiting to get on to the dock and that because he's going to start investigating
Is
the
that-
area around there.
Rocks for rocks.
Where's that ad on your thing?
Features and traits.
You can telepathically speak to any creature you see within 30 feet.
Yeah, I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that now.
And if it understands
was
you
my
at least
thought.
one language. It was a good thought, though.
Yeah.
All right, so I assume we're
So
pulling.
you're
we're basically pulling up to
at
the
this
dock
point,
now?
you're pulling up to the dock. You see the Gorag and the rest of the crew is kind of getting the ropes tied onto the onto the dock and kind of getting you guys set in stone.
Since there doesn't seem to be an imminent danger, Rox is going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and disembark and then just kind of start doing an investigation of the dock. So I do an investigation check here. 22 on my first roll, so I don't even have to worry about this. Scares me if I'm doing, because usually I've been rolling well in combat and poorly outside. If I'm rolling well outside, what's going to happen when combat hits?
That's nice-
That's
it
what
was
I
nice
thought
to
with
know
my.
you.
So that's what I thought with my perception check. Like I just rolled that 20 on perception. Yikes.
So anyway, that was a 22.
Okay,
So
as you kind of start walking up and down just the dock, you notice that pretty much exactly what I told Driz. You're noticing, like, you're not seeing any bodies on the ground. You're not seeing, like, just, it seems like you see a whole bunch of footsteps, like dirt, like the dirt tracks of the footsteps heading back into town. But there's food crates on the ground. There's closed chests, just kind of like open with like clothes and materials.
So does it look like they were thrown
No,
to the
it
ground?
looks like
or
they were-
like they were dropped because whoever was there was no longer there.
Wait, so are you guys into the town now with
They're
me?
they're getting
No,
there.
we're just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
These things are on
Yes.
the dock. They seem like
Yeah.
strange things to be on
Like-
the dock.
They were dropped. Like they were dropped,
Okay,
and
so like somebody was holding it, and all of a sudden that person was no longer there, and whatever, and so the item
Or
just fell
dropped
to
like
the
a
ground.
panic
Yeah.
run, like they saw something and ran.
yes,
There was anything spilled or just kind
Was
of
it like Thanos was up there and like everyone went away? Or...
That show
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that-
leftovers.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it does it look like it just dropped because nothing was holding it anymore? Or does it look like it was dropped because people
Panic.
were starting to run?
they ran away.
Okay.
Like that's what I was saying. Like you saw a whole bunch of like the
Okay,
footprints.
so I see. Okay, and I can tell by the footprints headed toward town that it was no long. They weren't walking; they
pretty
were running.
much.
All right. Well, it looks like something got these guys scared and they ran into town.
Anybody else want to do anything or?
Hey, Captain. What exactly was it that you were delivering here?
He honestly, like, he kind of turns around. He goes, "General goods. I got some fabrics and just things that they were. I was told that
trade
Yeah.
goods.
trade goods.
Fair.
I mean, nothing
I don't know.
major. I mean, at least to my awareness, unless there's something in one of these bins that I don't know what's in there. I mean,
do we have any business aside from you delivering your goods here? Should we go look for people?
mean,
So you just drop and go
well,
or what?
I can't get paid if there's nobody here.
All right.
So we gotta go.
look
I
for
mean,
someone.
you guys want to head in and go find people? You can go find people.
Well, meanwhile, Driz is looking for a place to get up on shore here.
You swim up onto the beach.
And Rox is trying to kind of basically triangulate the path the majority of the people, not just into town, but like what part of town maybe it looked like the majority of people were headed. It's basically just kind of following the tracks.
I'll run my short little legs over that way with them.
I imagine at this point, probably most of you want to come, right?
Yeah, we should all pretty much be following you.
Brax is probably just glad to get on dry land.
No, it's
Don't have
like,
sea
the
legs yet.
slight smile under his rep, being like, solid.
So you guys start walking up the dock towards the land. Dre's kind of meets you at like the cross of where the dock meets. Everything there.
I probably just saw more of the same on my walk.
Pretty
over.
much, just I mean, it looks like everybody just deserted the area.
All good, big.
Deserted the area and so
Okay.
Well, Driz no see any peoples. You guys think that Captain got the right place? I mean, navigation can be kind of hard.
Well, it looks like there were people here not that long ago. We need to approach the village and try to find out what's happening. But let me give kind of a word of advice. And Rox looks back specifically at Brax because he doesn't of the team. He's the one who just doesn't know very well yet. He says, "We need to play this down. These people are already scared. Do not draw weapons unless we see something that we need to use them against."
Yeah, don't draw weapons, just punch indoors.
Rox just kind of shakes his head and says, "Somebody keep an eye on her, please."
Brax is nervous about that, but nods and I understand and puts away his crossbow.
Should
So
we
they-
split up to search town, or should we all stick together as family friend group?
I think we should probably stick together until we've got a little bit of better idea what happened here.
So as you guys walk up the dock and you kind of start looking around, you kind of as to the right of you, you notice 3 buildings. One's the inn, one's a general store, and one's a tavern. To your left, you notice another like a tailor. You notice a tanner, and you notice the blacksmith. Kind of beyond that, you kind of see just a whole bunch of houses and a few other like buildings. You got one that has looks like it's got like a sign for like potions. You have one that's coins, so more like a bank. Like it definitely seems like this is a big enough, maybe not a big enough town, but a wealthy enough town where they actually have their own bank. Something that you guys haven't really seen in any of the other towns yet. But I mean, where would you guys like to look first?
Well, where does it look like the majority of the footprints were headed?
Most of them just, I mean, they're scattered. Like they kind. Ooh.
Okay, so it doesn't look like a group was headed anywhere. It looks like people just ran. Okay. Then Rox kind of takes a look and trying to size up the buildings to see which would be the one that's, most, if people were going to try to hold up in a building, which would be the most likely. Which I'm thinking either the inn or the bank.
Bank? What about the church?
I don't remember you mentioning a church. Do you mention?
I didn't mention one, but
Is there a church?
He said tavern. I mean, that's church-like.
Oh, here we go.
Big's back.
Hey, Biggs.
Did you say the tavern's like a church?
Yeah.
And to some people, it probably
Yes.
is.
Let's go to the tavern.
I'm back.
hey, and everybody stayed in this.
So
in the right
we've come to the docks and they are deserted, and it looks like people deserted them in a hurry. So we're headed into town to try to figure out what happened here.
Well, where was Captain Man supposed to deliver his shipment? Maybe we should check there first.
I assume that would have been back at the docks, but there's nobody there.
Oh, well, stuff come into docks, stuff go out of docks. I mean, who know where stuff go? Stuff never come to Driz, but stuff goes someplace, right?
I don't know nothing about deliveries or sea or docks. We should check that tavern.
Of course, right?
Just for
Just kind of like, nudges, I guess, Scotch with the back of her hand, not really an elbow type situation.
Now remember, no stealing the booze or nothing.
Believe me, I've learned that lesson.
Rox just shakes his head and says, well, since obviously we're not going to get anywhere else at this moment, a few of you want to go check out the tavern. Does anybody else want to join me in checking out the inn?
Oh, I'll go to the inn with you. I'm just messing around. But I know if I was scared, I would run to the tavern. Security and all.
Well,
Let's go to the
Port Town Tavern, inn, same pace.
I know, right? To the inn.
So
Let's
you
go.
guys all head towards the inn, and as you open up the door to walk in, it seems like as you walk into the inn, it gives you that eerie feel to it. Like it seems like almost like the feel that you guys had when you were at the Citadel, but not as hard, not as heavy, but it kind of gives you that eerie feel, and you all kind of feel it. Like it's not kind of got like that cold sensation, but it's not as heavy as you felt through the whole Citadel.
Okay, I'm going to use Primeval Awareness.
And you feel like it's hard. You feel it hard.
Hey, Rox, everything okay?
No, we're not alone.
What do you mean we're not alone?
There's something here that's evil. Probably more than one.
Okay.
So
Can
where do we want
I
to check?
saw the bad dude we were fighting before in the Citadel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Well,
message and I say, "Hey, you evil guy, come out, come out."
You hear nothing.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no, and Brox kind of looks at you and says, "I don't think it's the same. Doesn't feel the same as him. Trust me, I know that feeling."
I mean,
I'll use the
you never
vibe
know.
sense, 'cause I can go within 60 feet, so we'll know if something's here.
Yeah, because divine sense, you can actually track down where the direction it's coming from as well, right?
It's just the presence of a strong evil
As an
roaster.
action, you detect good and evil. Till the end of your next turn, you sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead,
Yeah,
within 60 feet that is not behind a total cover.
right. Because like mine, I know from primeval awareness that they're there. I couldn't tell you where. I just know that they're within 6 miles. Oh no, up to 1 mile. I'm sorry. 6 miles of favored terrain. We're not in my favorite
So
terrain.
you don't sense anything within that 60-foot range. Due to cover. I mean, you're in an actual room that does I would have had you roll initiative if you guys walked into them. So there's nothing in the general room.
Okay.
Do we see any doors or anything we can go
as-
check?
Hello.
There is a
Anybody in the team?
There is a door as you walk in. On the left-hand side, there's like a counter area, like where somebody would probably. There's like a ledger book. There's a register. There's a door behind the counter. There's a door to your right that seems like it goes into a kitchen area. In front of you, you got like tables. It almost looks like a mini tavern, but it's like it's not a tavern. Like you can still eat and converse and all that. And then to the back left, there's a set of stairs that kind of goes up to a balcony area that actually has multiple rooms that it goes to up above.
Is it dark at all? Well lit?
It's lit up. Being midday, like even going in the building, you still have the lights on. Like it seems like you can see perfectly fine.
All right. But there's something here we can't figure out exactly where. Brox kind of looks toward where like the rooms would be. It says, "Are we going to have to do a room by room search?"
I'm sure it wouldn't hurt anything.
Brax agrees.
Well, what we even search for?
We don't know.
We
It's so
gotta run it.
boring.
Hey, listen, maybe we'll run into someone interesting and they'll, want to play a quick game with you. And then we can figure out where everyone went. And then we can get back on that boat and go about our business.
Brox looks back at Brax and says, "Remember when I said don't take out your weapons?"
Yeah.
Yeah, drop that rule. And he knocks an arrow on his bow.
Immediately pulls out my crossbow.
So which room do you guys go look at first?
I assume we go to whichever is the closest and start making our way through them.
So the closest room to you guys at this point would be the room behind the counter. As
right.
you go to the room or go to the door, and who wants to attempt to open the door?
Oh,
Who
no.
do you think?
Doors.
It's
Driz obviously is gonna open the
it's
door.
locked.
It better not be.
I have thieves' tools.
Oh,
Driz is
Driz isn't going to wait for you to break out your
yeah, no,
thieves'
she's
tools.
not.
punching
It's
the
seen a
door.
door.
It's what Driz does, guys.
Driz is mostly undefeated against doors.
Mostly.
Mostly, yeah. Oh, I got a 20 and did 4 damage to this door.
That door just, like, you just punch that thing and it, like, falls in.
Triz leans in.
Hello, I tried to say hello, but you no say hello back.
There's
Creeps in. Anybody
There's
in there?
nobody in there. And you see, like,
Now, my primeval awareness lasts a minute. How long does your divine sense last, Escalade?
Give me a second. I'll look. Hold on.
Because if we're going by turns, like you would, I mean, technically we're not in combat, but I assume we're going to be soon. So if we're going by turns, that'd be 10 turns, right?
Doesn't say
10
a
minutes
time length. I think it's just instant. Like I do it,
Oh,
I
okay.
get the information, and then that's it.
Yeah, mine says 1 minute per level of spell slot, and I only use the level 1 spell slot for it. So,
as you walk into this room, you see, like, you kind of look to the right. There's a safe there. Like, you kind of walk in, like, you see some, like, some cloth bags on the floor. Like, you see a desk with some papers, like, just papers sprawled up across it. Like, you see a ledger. Typical things that you would see in, like, in an office. Is there anything you would like to do in said office?
Nope.
Roxas looks around and
Next.
says, "Doesn't look like anything's here."
All right, so you
go
guys,
Yep.
Next
do you want to go to the kitchen or do you want to go upstairs?
I would say let's clear the bottom floor first. The idea of going upstairs and having something that could come up behind us does not exactly appeal.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, there isn't a whole town out there that stuff could come in here from.
So as you guys cross the room, you kind of hear something that sounds like pots and pans hitting each other, coming from the kitchen area, but you don't hear any, like, you don't hear any voices or anything, but you do definitely hear the noise coming from the kitchen.
Okay.
I could send butter in there.
Or, Driz is probably already charging over there.
Yeah, I
so-
mean, you're right.
Dude, Driz doesn't wait.
Driz
Yeah,
is
no.
Driz is a little impatient.
So Driz,
I may have gotten turned into a 49-year-old in this campaign, but I started it as a 16-year-old. I ain't got time
Forgot
for
that
none of
you
this.
aged. Oh my gosh.
so Driz runs through the door, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, is it like one of those classic on a hinges
Yep.
door that just swings
Yep.
or whatever? Yeah, Driz busts through the door.
Roll initiative.
Oh.
Just
Oh, man.
Driz. No,
Boom.
just Driz, because she's through the
Just
door.
Driz.
Because she's the only one who went
Oh,
through the
yep.
door.
Man.
She rolls a 15.
Yeah,
15.
15.
So, bad thing about this, surprisingly, Driz does pretty good on this one. She kind of lucked out.
Driz the best.
So as you run through this door, you see 8 skeletons standing in front of you. 8 skeletons. But only Driz knows this at this point. Since you ran into this, we have I have some rolls to make.
I was gonna say, do I go
No.
first, or there's some skelly mans?
Skelly Mans get to go first.
Because if I got to go first, I'd just keep running and charge into the first one I could get to.
If that misses.
I was gonna say I
That
would hope you'd tell
misses.
us, but
That
then again, Driz might
misses.
She
not.
might-
Driz might
yeah,
just
she
start
might
Oh wait,
not
hold
have
on,
time.
hold on, hold on,
She
hold on.
doesn't have time for that.
Might die. What are you? No faith in Driz.
Actually, I need to re-roll.
Driz has got this handled.
Driz has some more. I think I have more HP than you do, Rox.
Oh, you do
This
definitely,
is-
but I think but my armor class is raised since our
What's
last
your
combat.
what's your AC?
16.
That misses. That misses. That misses. That misses.
Driz the best.
That misses. That one hits. So hold on. So you got one. And that misses.
Wait, what are they?
They're shooting you with
attacking
arrows at the
bows?
moment.
I'm obviously gonna just deflect that and throw it back at him.
How does that work again?
Okay, let me get this back up again. Okay, so I use my reaction to deflect or catch the missile. Is reduced by 1d10 plus 6. If I reduce it to 0, then I can catch it and spend a key point to throw it back. So, what is it? 1d10 plus 6, I said?
Yes.
You still have to roll for damage because it's just a...
Which it's not gonna do any
There you go.
damage.
Ooh. Yeah, I
Oh.
reduced it by 7. So if it did more than 7 damage.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, then I'm throwing it
Okay.
back. Okay, so what? I have to roll to see if it hits first, or do I just roll the damage for that? I can't remember.
I thought you had to roll to see. if
Yeah,
it hits,
I
but
would.
it's been
Yeah,
a
I
while
would.
since you've
I would
done this.
assume it. You have to roll.
Yeah, you roll to see if it hits.
And I have to add my dex modifier to that, right?
Yeah.
Holy. Wait, with advantage though, right? Oh my gosh, this whole time. Okay.
That
so
actually missed.
a 12 plus.
Okay, so then
Plus
Yeah, I didn't add
proficiency
my
plus
thing
your
yet.
dex modifier.
it's gonna
yeah,
hit then.
so a 14. Okay, 14 hits. Okay, now I actually have it this time. Oh wait, I clicked on it and Roll20 is like rolling it for me. Oh, that's interesting. So I don't think you guys can see it, but I got a 4 plus 2, so 6 damage.
Oh, you got a 4?
Yeah, a natural 4. Yeah, that's right. I
So
rolled a
you did
D4, got a
6
natural
damage?
4. Yeah. Sorry, I
Alright.
clicked it on D&D Beyond and it rolled something.
So as you're in this room, like literally these 8 skeletons are on the other side of the room from you. Like they're pretty much just kind of like in a straight line.
Like I triggered a trap.
Almost, but not really, because you heard you heard movement in there to begin with. So
I'm gonna do a quick perception check to see if Rox recognizes the sound of combat in the next room at this point.
Well, he wouldn't have time to. You'd have to wait until the top of the turn order, wouldn't you?
Well, I was gonna ask how long is this going on? I
One
mean,
turn is like 10 seconds or something like that. So
we're not
I
all
mean,
just standing in the other room like for 10 minutes. Like I'm sure she's fine.
yeah, one turn.
Yeah,
what
all
is it? One
combat,
turn's 10
which is
seconds.
10
I can't
rounds.
never remember that.
Is a minute.
so one
1
round
minute.
is like 5 seconds.
Yeah, one round's 1 minute.
6
Yeah.
Like
seconds.
5 or 6 seconds. So literally in the process of her going through, they shot these 8 1, 2, 3, 4 yeah, these 8 shots within like 6 seconds. And she was able to throw that one back that hit her.
Yep, I sure did. Oh, I gotta mark that I used that key point. Take 6 damage, Skelly man.
So at this point, you guys are out of the kitchen still.
Right.
Are you guys gonna want to attempt to walk in behind her and see what's going on?
Do we hear her?
What? You can go
Well, that's
hide
why I
behind
said,
her?
did we
they,
get
that's
roll-
why I'm
this
saying
turn?
they can't do that
Roll
until after
perception.
this.
if that's what you want to do.
I would think we could do it during this round. We just couldn't engage in combat this round. Am I right?
It'd be at the end of the round. So yeah, like it's like it'd be at your point then.
That's a
I don't know. That seems
nat
pretty
20.
meta.
You definitely can like hear, like being the ranger in the senses that you have.
Hold on. Doesn't Driz get to take
She-
her turn?
Yeah, I'm like, where's my
Oh, that's
turn?
right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying. After
No
the first
turn for
round is
you.
over, maybe, but the round isn't over as far as I
You're
know.
right. You're right. I completely missed that because you threw the arrow back.
So did I.
Yeah,
So
no,
did
I-
I. So did I.
He still has, I think, 2 more
That was
skeletons.
the
that
Well,
he
those
has
were
to
their
use.
reaction
Yeah.
of you coming in. So that was
Yeah,
like
I think
so,
he still had 2 more skeletons
Well-
to roll for, and I didn't even get to take my turn.
officially because you came in, they were able to get an advantage roll on you. So
Yeah.
they all got their rolls. I took the top of the first actual round then, because I rolled 9 times.
Okay, so the first actual round was
Oh,
basically
so
their
the first round was
reaction.
an attack
Okay.
of
Yes,
opportunity,
yes,
not a reaction.
that's what I meant.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now it's your turn. That's where I was getting to the point of telling her how they were in the
It's a surprise round. That's what it's called.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying where like how they were
Okay.
lined up in the kitchen.
Calling things the right thing, and there's no confusion.
So now it's Drizz's
Okay.
turn because I
So technically, it wouldn't be till the
Of
end
this
of, of
round.
this turn that we would have a chance to
Correct.
recognize anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was
And
saying. I was
you
like,
actually-
whoa now.
Since
I will
since
let
I
it
rolled
sit-
the 20, I will hear it, but it won't be until after all of
Yes.
this.
so it's Drizz's turn. So and that's why I was explaining kind of where they were at because I knew she had to attack and we got sidetracked by you wanting to.
Well,
So they're kind of like on the other side of the room from you, kind of like almost like they're just kind of standing in a line.
I am going to run over to the one I threw the thing back using the momentum of my throw to keep running forward, basically, and just try and knock this skeleton's skull right off of his
All
head.
right, so that is the skeleton farthest to the left. And you hit.
Are we still rolling with advantage? Because I
Yes.
did.
Yes.
So. Okay, yeah, 13 to hit, and then I did 3
So
damage to that
You
skeleton.
hit him, and he is still standing.
Okay, I'm gonna take my bonus action to hit him again.
Definitely hit him.
23 to hit and 5 more damage.
He is literally he's still standing, but it's like he's ready to fall over. Like you can tell he's on his the bones are breaking in his shins, like ready to fall over.
Almost like the cartoon with the little birds around.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's see here.
I've decided to
actually. I am going to. Oh no, that's a bonus action. I already took my bonus action. Okay, no, I'm just gonna stay there. Bring it. Driz is the best.
So I have another arrow being shot at you.
Now remember, if she's within 5 feet, any arrows that get shot at her are shot with disadvantage. If she's in melee with the people shooting them.
Thank you for those 100 bits, Rob, man. So Rox gets more advantage. So you missed it all earlier, Rox. We literally got a level 3 hype train complete. We had 23 subs and
I thought we were at level 5 hype train.
Yeah,
we did the whole
level
okay,
5.
so we did the whole level 5 hype train. We ended up having like 23, almost like $24 in bits, like 13 subs. It was crazy. Everybody was given pretty much advantage on rolls for probably about an hour's worth of gameplay. So as soon as
which would be about another 15 minutes because we started about a half hour late.
Do all the
so
rolls.
at the end of that, he'll get an advantage on the first roll after that. But thank you for those 100 bits. I'm just trying to picture. Okay.
Picture just beating the
No,
shit out
I'm
of
just-
somebody can't be that hard. Do it all the time.
Someone draw that.
Everyone draw that.
Do you want to use another?
Oh, one of them
Yes.
hit. Yeah. Well, since it is, since I did take my turn, I've got my reaction back, right?
Mhm.
So I'm going to definitely deflect that. Wait, that wasn't with advantage.
Well, that was
right.
you rolled a
Oh,
1d1.
man.
Ah, well, that would help too. If I rolled a D10 instead of a D1.
And you deflect it back.
Oh. I'm gonna actually type it in here this time so you guys can actually see it. I did
You
3
do
damage
3
to him.
damage.
And I gotta spend another key point.
Okay, so
Shoot arrows at me? You're gonna shoot arrows at the Driz?
this
I'm gonna make a drizzle all up in here.
so was
Are you shooting arrows at me? Are you shooting arrows at me? You must be. I'm the only one here.
that one
don't know if you
still
guys got to
hits
see
even
that
at
Swamp Princess, but-
disadvantage,
Makes me think it's a little
and
bad.
you take 6 damage. At that point, the last two cannot shoot because their action is taking out their short swords.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of this round, which is when I recognize that there's combat going on.
Correct.
So I shout. I basically shout at the group, "Get in there now!"
What? Why?
Driz needs us.
Why? Okay, let's go.
And you all rush in. Roll initiative.
I keep my same
Mhm.
initiative, right? 15, girl.
18.
We've been living in this 15.
Ooh, hey, 5, but it's a natural 4.
17.
Okay, don't forget though,
and-
it is advantage. So roll actually
Oh.
21 is my initiative. I'll still track that natural 4 though.
If I could spell it correctly, I'd be already dead.
18.
So Scotch
did
Scotch
I
is
the first
18.
And I'm 21.
Okay.
Scotch is 18. I thought she was like 70.
What's
something.
yours, Fantasy? Or
Nah,
V?
I'm real.
17.
19.
What skincare do you use?
Eye of Newt.
So we have Escalade,
Alas,
Rocks,
Freaking wizard.
Praxius, Scotch, V, and
And then the
then
skeletons.
yeah.
Wait, I am in last?
You are now.
I should have rolled advantage on my initiative. I realized I did not
If
do
you-
that.
I only rolled a 14, so I don't know.
I thought you said you rolled.
Oh, yeah, I had a 15.
I thought I saw 21 for somebody. Oh, that was
21 was
okay.
mine.
So that was Rocks.
Escalade, was that with advantage?
See, I'm not even
Big-
seeing Escalade's roll.
Okay.
Oh, there we are. No, see, because I see a 21 right above it.
Yeah, that's rock.
No, I see an Escalade 21 right under Nephimil's.
That's for perception.
Oh, okay.
Reading.
Yeah, because he rolled an 11. He rolled an 11 and a 14, and so it chose the 14 because that was the higher one.
That's what we get for being lazy and using these computer programs instead of rolling our own dice and doing our own math.
I want to roll my own dice.
Do it. Next time
None of
I
us are
run
gonna
a
stop you.
one shot or something, Vinica, you gotta come in because we just rolled our own dice. I was like, I'm not setting anything up.
All right,
Forget
so
that.
that was your action coming
Nice or
in.
Movement it doesn't cost an action.
Movement is an action.
No,
No.
movement. You have movement, action,
Movement is
bonus
not an
actions.
action.
3 different
Yeah.
things.
because and it's not, it wouldn't be a surprise one because we knew at this point we know coming in that there's an attack going on.
And
Yeah, you get 3 steps in a turn.
Rox is up
Movement,
then.
action, bonus action, and reaction.
All right.
Every round.
There's no point naming it the one that's near Driz just because she's basically ready to wreck it. So I'm going to aim at one of the ones that hasn't been hit yet.
Well, they're pretty much in a line from left to right across the kitchen.
All right, I'm going to try to I'm going to target one of the ones that still has a bow out. And
The 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right have bows out.
Where do I stand in this turn order right now? Do I have a lot of people to wait before my
Yes.
turn? Okay, I'll be right back. Hang on.
oh, well, that was a 9. Let me try my second roll. That's a 25.
we
That's
go.
better.
Well, are you
And
going at,
piercing
are you
damage
going at
10.
1 through? I need roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess a 1d6, just a d6. So I know
Okay.
which one you're actually shooting.
Oh, gotcha. I never get that
Base
right.
d6. Okay.
And that's 10 piercing damage.
Okay. At that point, what skeleton number 1 goes and shoots at Rox and misses, and it goes to Brexius.
Gonna fire at the same one with my crossbow. See if I can figure out how to do this.
We believe in you.
Yeah, it takes a bit to get used to.
I think I'm still getting used to it.
Yep.
Do you not have your crossbow currently equipped?
I thought I did. It shows up on my actions. Let me see if I can do it here.
Okay.
If you type in exclamation point
Just
A.
update.
Oh yeah, if you just type.
I did it through D&D, to the D&D Beyond. I hit on the hit
Type-
DC
There you go.
plus 317.
Yeah, type exclamation update.
To get it into the Discord. Updated.
Okay, now try.
Try it again. There you go.
Nat
There we go.
20, it hits.
Nice.
So you roll the 2d8. So 2 plus 3 plus a 1 is a piercing 6. And which one are you shooting at? The same one that.
Same one I shot at.
And just like the one that Driz is standing in there, it you can just see like the bones are ready to break. Like it's not completely dead, but it's ready to fall apart. Scotch is up. And wait, unless there's anything else you want to do, like any bonus actions or if you have any.
Not at this
Okay.
time.
Scotch.
All right. So there's 2 that are like barely hanging on, right?
Yes, there's the
Kind of.
one. There's one next to the far right that's perfectly fine. There's number 2 is literally barely hanging on, and then the one that's all the way by Driz is barely hanging on.
Oh, I probably won't do much. So I'm just gonna send a ray of frost at the one that just got attacked.
Okay.
Uh, 25.
It takes 5 damage.
5 cold.
Which, based on the description you've been giving us, that should
It
be enough to
literally
kill
like
him.
it turns into ice and just crumbles apart.
Aye. That's
That's one down.
done.
V is up next.
Okay. I'm gonna let's see. We have 6 left. No, 5.
7 left.
We have 7 left. Yeah.
Okay.
The only
just gonna
reason he had me roll a 6
take-
was because I was specifically targeting ones who had their bows out.
Okay. I'm gonna just go use my short bow and go after the one that's still up but almost dead. Hits was a 16.
So you're attacking the one that's near
You're dead.
near
Yep.
Near
Driz.
Driz. Yeah.
Yep.
You hit
Piercing of 16.
and you kill it.
Kill thief.
Woo!
Yeah. Driz is next.
Oh, my timing's perfect, I guess.
So pretty much you can almost pretty much just turn to your right and attack. I mean, there's pretty much another one right
Then
there.
I am gonna do that probably. Let's see. See, I got an 8 to hit.
But that
Natural 4.
is another
That's
natural
another
4.
Sure is.
2 of them.
Not good enough to hit, I don't think, though.
Do we still
Probably
get
not.
advantage?
She
Oh, yeah.
did roll advantage. She rolled a 2 as her other roll.
Yeah.
Shame.
So I'm guessing that doesn't hit, right?
No, it does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus attack with another unarmed strike. I got a 12 to hit that time.
Still misses.
Dang.
That's another 4 rolled.
Yep.
Shame.
So we're up to what, 3?
4.
More than 3.
Oh, we are 4?
We're at 4 4s.
Escalade is up.
How many are left?
1, 2,
6.
3, 4, 6. There's 4 still with crossbows, or with bow and arrows, and 2 with short swords to the left over by Driz.
Oh, did I take any damage, by the way?
No.
Okay.
How far is the closest one to me?
Probably about 15 to 20 feet. Across, pretty much straight. I would assume from where you guys would be standing, would be straight across.
All right, I walk up to the one all the way to the right.
Okay.
And I attack with my glaive. That's 15 to hit.
Hits.
For 12 damage.
And it literally just breaks in half and falls over.
Alright, and then as a bonus action, I look at the one, not that Driz is engaged with, but the next one over. And as a bonus action, I cast Compel Duel. You need to make a wisdom save. 14.
And I rolled a 16 minus 1, which is a 15.
Alright, so failed save. Hold on. I'm just making sure nothing happens on a successful save. Yeah, I don't see anything. So okay, I think it just does nothing on the
Alright.
save. All right, that's my turn.
At that point, skeleton number 3 takes a shot across the room at Rocks and misses. Skeleton number 4 takes a shot at at Scotch, and that was actually a nat 20.
Oh shoot!
Bye.
On a short bow, so that is you take 10 damage. Piercing.
Ouch!
That's wonderful. Thank you. Another one.
That was that one. This one's going to take a shot at V and misses. Short sword takes number 1 takes an attack on Driz. Rolls a 17 plus 4, 21.
Well, I guess that hits. But is this a ranged attack?
It's a
No,
short sword.
Okay.
And you take 7 damage.
Wait, let me
Does that-
see here.
Does that put him within 10 feet
No.
of Escalade?
Okay, yeah, I guess I don't have any. Oh, okay. Sorry, no, I take how
7.
much damage?
And then the skeleton that is in combat directly with you. I can't read that number. 17 hits, right? And
Yeah,
does another 8 damage. And that goes back to the top of the order with Rocks at 21. Yeah.
Okay. So all the way over to the left, is there a group of skeletons that are at least 5 feet away from any of our party members?
Well, we have the
'Cause
two from the
I
two
know
on the
that
far left.
Escalade went to the right.
The 2 on the left with short swords are in combat with Driz. You have
Which means they're probably within 5
yes,
feet.
and then you have 3 of them to the right of that, kind of in the center of the room, that are with bows.
Okay. Are they? But they're not within 5 feet of anybody.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna target the middle
Okay.
one with my bow, but then as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
So let me do the bow first. And that's a
You hit.
17 with
5
damage. And then, like I said, I cast Hail of Thorns. So it's
The dexterity save
So it
of
does
13. And that's... And then it would be half damage if they save it, right?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. Hang on. In addition to normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack of each creature within 5 feet must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save, half as much of damage as a
Alright.
successful one. Yes. So, but if either of those other 2 skeletons are within 5 feet, they
Yeah.
also have to make this
Yeah.
saving throw.
So it's a dex save. The first one fails. Second one made it. And the third one made it.
Okay. So the one I hit fails, so that's a total of 11 damage to him. And the other 2 take 3.
And the one that you hit, like you can tell that it's ready to fall over. Like it's like stumbling around. It goes to Braxis. Braxis.
And how many are left?
5.
5.
No. Yes, 5.
All right.
Wait.
Oh, and Hail of Thorns lasts a minute, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
You're right.
So 1 round.
Brax, with all the excitement and everything, unintentionally casts Thunderclap, which it doesn't have a hit. So,
Who are you shooting it on?
well, it's an area of effect. That's what. So you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
That's so everybody has to take that.
Oh, it's friendly fire.
Yes.
As well.
I think it's a 5-foot range, so I have it too.
Do it. Do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you did it in the
He's like,
middle,
"Oh my
did
God."
the one I attacked.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so everybody would have to do a Constitution save or whatever it was.
Everybody within the 5 feet of
Yeah, but if he was at the door where everybody was standing, it's gonna be the whole room.
Do it.
It's 100. It's like a cone of 100 feet. Isn't that what it's saying?
No.
Yeah, I'm not the. I can tell you literally.
It can be
says,
heard up to 100 feet away, but it has nothing to do with.
Yeah, it says
the
each
spell, other
creature
than it can be
within
heard.
range, but it doesn't specify if that's 100 feet or
5 foot. Anybody within 5 foot of him has to make the con save. So unless he's standing next to the skeletons, none of the skeletons have to.
Yeah, we have to
do
make a con save.
But if we're or whoever's standing next to him. which is
So
probably
you
him or
would
Rox,
probably
since I moved
you would
away.
want to walk up to the skeletons. Is pretty much what
Yeah.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Unless you
change
were
that.
just so scared because you've never been in this situation before and you freaked out and you just cast it right where you were.
Would you rather? I mean, that's up to you on what you want to do. I mean,
I'm gonna switch it to just target the nearest skeleton and
Okay, but you need
so
to walk
you're gonna
up to
walk-
him. You got to get within 5 feet
well,
of him.
no, not with the thunder.
Okay,
with,
okay,
I'm
okay.
gonna switch it.
Oh, okay.
Understanding how that works now, I'm gonna
Okay.
switch it.
Sorry, guys. New player.
to
We're
Eldritch Blast.
we're walking him through.
Wait, you're a,
Great.
a wizard? A
That actually would have been really funny.
I think it would have been funny too.
hilarious, but
I was gonna keep it with the friendly fire, but if none of it's not gonna hit anything.
But see, but I like the idea of like you didn't know what was going on, and you just like, boom,
Like thunderclap, and then you realize, like,
shit.
Oh, warlock, great.
hilarious.
I knew there was one I was forgetting.
You've
shoot.
been thunderclapped.
I'm gonna
Okay.
keep it then. I'm gonna go with my gut. And that's what I did.
You
So
might as well just be
every-
one of those
so-
warlocks that abuses the hell out of
good-
Eldritch
So
Blast.
Rocks, V, and Scotch all have to take a Constitution save.
Cool.
That's
Do I need to
awesome.
roll for the
Oh,
D6?
and of course, unfortunately, I still have one advantage, right?
Wait, I don't
It's-
remember
no,
how to
it's-
do a save.
I'm gonna let this will be the last.
exclamation point S,
This round will be the
space,
end of
and then whatever you're
advantage.
saving.
Okay. So
I didn't hear you.
Exclamation point S,
S.
space, whatever the save
Okay.
is, and then
It was a con
space
save, right?
ADV or
Constitution.
Do we still have
I'm gonna.
advantage?
This
or
is
no?
the final
Yes,
round
that'll
for
work.
for advantage.
I got
you
a
can
12.
just do exclamation point S space CON.
15.
10. I don't know how the Constitution
You
save
created-
works.
Who cast the spell? It's based off of his.
It's based on his spell save.
okay.
DC.
yeah, his
Everybody
spellcasting
but
save or whatever.
Rocks saved. So I would assume you would
Rocks, he
a
would
1d6.
take a,
He would take the 1d6,
yeah.
and I would assume the other two would take half of it.
Yep.
No.
Nope.
It's no half. It just
The
says
spell's damage increases.
each creature within range other than you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take
Okay,
1d6
so
thunder
Rox is
damage.
gonna take
There's
a
no saying
1d6.
anything about-
So just
Yeah.
no, it would
That's a
be
4.
Jester rolling, not you.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you don't
Je-
roll.
Jester
Oh, that's
rolls.
right.
So
That's
just
right.
You
Well,
got two
I'm still gonna
damage
count that
yourself.
4.
Ah,
2. So you take 2 damage.
I'll take that.
You always happen to be the center of attention here.
Better.
God dang Rax. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so you either save
Yeah.
or you don't. On that one.
From there
It
it
was fun.
Oh yeah. Jester, for the record, I wouldn't suggest using spells with this bot thing. It doesn't.
it,
really
it
work.
works sometimes and sometimes it
Some of them
doesn't.
do.
Sometimes it
Most
does.
of 'em
Some it
do.
doesn't recognize.
Just
Yeah,
want to give you a
it
heads up
actually-
that you don't want to get used.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it actually did recognize you. I think Ray of Frost is about the only one of yours that does recognize, right, Nin?
I know it doesn't recognize. I think Ray of Sickness,
I
but
think
it
it's
does
you
do
use
Ray of
cast.
Frost.
I think you use cast.
You do use cast.
Yeah.
I was just trying something. So from there it goes to Scotch.
Okay, let's.
So there
I
is
don't know.
there's the
Ray of Frost. Another dude.
I'm assuming the one that looks like it's gonna die.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, that was the last round of advantage, right?
You're still at advantage. This is the
Last
last
roll.
ro-
This
round
round.
of
This is the
advantage.
last
Last
round, right.
round. So all of us.
So you hit,
24.
and you do,
7
and
cold
once
damage.
again, this guy, like, you see it just freeze up and just falls apart.
That's it. I'm a one trick.
Pretty much. Okay, it works.
Hey,
It
I'm
works.
utility. If you need me to like spy on someone for you, I got you. If you need me to call someone, I got you there too.
It goes to V.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna throw. I'm gonna heal Driz.
Driz don't need no heals, except for Driz probably could use a heal.
Driz probably could use.
The character of Driz says, Driz don't need no heals. The
I
person
mean-
playing Driz goes, please heal me.
Driz just got shot in the back. She's in total rage mode.
I heal you for 7.
Okay.
From there, it goes to Driz.
Okay. So I still have 2
You have
by
two.
me, or
Yeah, you have 2 of them that are in combat with you.
The one that I was wailing on, has he taken any damage yet?
Nope.
Okay. I am going to unarmed strike this skeleton. Oh,
You
do I
have
still have advantage
advantage.
right now, or- okay.
So do it again.
Let me try that again then, I guess.
You hit. You,
Okay, 17
For
for
5
5
damage.
damage. And is it really? Let me hang on a second. Okay, yeah, I am gonna spend a key point and flurry of blows this guy.
okay.
Since I still have advantage, right? Okay, so the first one, 11 does not hit.
Well, it looks like.
And the second one
Well, look.
got a 20.
Does
to
it look?
hit.
It looks
5
like
damage.
you did advantage though. Because you
Yeah, I
you
did.
rolled
so
a 7 and a
so-
1 plus a 4.
Yeah, so the first one doesn't hit, right? Because it's 11
So you get
to
two,
hit
you get
and-
2 shots at it.
Yeah, that's what flurry of blows is.
Flurry of
I get
blows.
2 more.
Okay,
unarmed
that's fine.
strikes.
Yeah, so the second one hits.
I have to spend a key
Yeah,
point to do it.
and you do
but-
5 more damage.
Okay, so yeah, so I did actually do a little bit more damage.
Archer's Legend, thank you for the subscription.
Woo!
So that would be my action and my bonus action, and that'll end my turn. I probably should have used my bonus action for something else, but
From
oh well.
there, it goes to Escalade. So there is kind of one. There's one kind of standing there with a bow, not far, like probably about 10, 15 feet to your left. About 15 feet to your left. Then there's another one that's about 10 feet from there, or about 5 feet from him. No, from him it would be 10 feet. And then you have the two that are still in contact with Driz at the other end of the room.
I move up 5 feet. I attack the one that's 10 feet away with my glaive.
Okay. Hits.
That 25.
There's 9 damage, and you literally just take this guy apart. And again, he like that. The glaive just like chops him in half.
I'll try it again. I'm gonna cast Compel Duel on one of the two that
Can you do that to somebody
that,
that's locked in, like kind of like in combat with somebody?
Do it to whoever I want. It's a bonus action. As long as they're within 30 feet of me, do it to whoever I want to do it to. So the one of the ones, not the one that she's attacking, but the other one that's in combat with Driz. I cast Compelled Duel. He's got to make a Wisdom 14 save.
And it failed.
All right, so now creature is drawn to me. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me. Must make a Wisdom save each time it attempts to move a space that is more than 30 feet away from me. And I think that's it. Yeah, so it's compelled to come to me, and then it has disadvantage
if it attacks anybody
on
else.
attack rolls against creatures other than me. Yeah, and it can't move more than 30 feet away without making a Wisdom save.
Okay. So we have skeleton number 5 is what I'm gonna skeleton number 5. He's going to take a shot at Braxius. What is your AC?
What is that?
Your armor class, it should be.
Oh, armor class 12.
And it hit you for 4 damage.
Now reaction. Do I say that now or do I?
If you have a reaction to it, you do that now.
Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke is so cool.
Okay. One reaction which you take response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet. You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish fumes. The creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on, I have a question.
And he's gonna fail that.
Did we not get him better armor than leather the last time we were playing?
Wait,
he's
he's got studded. Wait, he has leather. Yeah, he's a warlock, so he can't really wear full armor, but he's got leather.
Yeah, we went from rags to
buy
the leather.
Studded leather?
Can you do studded leather for a warlock?
Yeah, it's light armor. We went to
we went to the
tailor guy, and we got
right. And I have leather armor now. Before I didn't have it was it was rags or whatever it was called, and now I do have a leather armor equipped.
Well, the reason we're asking is
I
because
thought we bought studded leather.
Studded leather is actually tougher than regular leather. That's why he's asking. If
one's AC should ever be 12.
Mine's 11.
You're a wizard.
Well, he's a warlock.
I get it.
They're both squishy.
Yeah, and my strength, is like 8.
Squoosh.
Well, it was gonna hit him no matter what. Either way, I mean, even if it was a 14 or 13 or whatever, it would be with the. So go into your equipment. go to manage equipment and just type in studded and add the studded leather to your and you should be able to remove the leather armor.
Yeah. Well, don't remove it because you want to have it to sell still. I mean, you didn't just throw it on the ground, did you?
No, and
Well, yeah, just don't equip it. Yeah.
Yeah, I unequipped it, equipped the studded leather. It brings me up to armor class 13.
So it's still gonna
There you go.
what is still hit because I rolled this. It was 12 plus 2. Yeah.
14.
So you take 4 damage either way.
Right. Okay.
But then you were gonna do your hellish
Rebuke.
rebuke, so that would be a dex save, which I failed because I rolled a 2 plus a 2 dex mod. So you roll it takes a 2d10 fire damage on a failed save. So roll
11.
So you see it just go up in flames and just kind of crumble, and it falls to the ground. At this point, skeleton number 6 turns towards Escalade, does not move, but draws its bow. So he is done. Skeleton number 7 attacks Driz and fails. So it goes back to the top to rocks.
Okay. So do we still have that group? Any of that grouping that were kind of right next to each other that I used the Hail of Thorns on?
No, they're all dead. So there's the 2 by Driz, and then there is just those 2. So you've killed 6 out of the 8. So the only 2 that are still there is the one that's right, the 2 of the short swords.
Right. Is either of the one of the short swords taken no damage?
The one that Driz is hit. The one that is not looking at Driz currently. The one that's facing.
That one has to be like 1 shot. I did 11 damage to it. It's pretty decent damage.
No, I'm talking about the one. Are there any of them that have taken 0
The one
damage?
that's facing Escalade.
Okay. I'm going to use Hunter's Mark. So I get the additional D6 on my attack, and then I'm going to fire my arrow.
Okay.
That's a 24.
Hits.
And so it does 7 piercing damage, and I need to roll the D6 for the Hunter's Mark.
So
3,
10
so
total
10 damage.
And you note it looks like it's getting ready to fall over. Like it's standing but kind of wobbly. It goes to Braxius.
All right. Which the closest one to me? Is that the one he was just
Correct.
doing, or is that?
I mean, they're both, probably the same distance, but that's the only one that's really not.
Okay. Brax is still freaked out, didn't know what just happened. He's gonna run at that guy and with his staff attack melee with his
Okay.
staff. Which I guess I need to hit DC. So cool. Okay, to hit 14 and bludgeon 5.
And you pretty much smack this thing right on, you pretty much take it, go, baseball bat the head off this thing, and it just falls over. From there, it goes to Scotch. The only skeleton that is currently there is the one that is in combat with Driz.
Cool.
And it's
Guess
pretty
what?
close to death, right?
Ray Frost.
You
18.
hit, and once
Four
again
damage.
you see it go up into a cold ice and fall to the ground.
Scotch has been batting clean.
She pretty much has.
Yeah. I'm the cleanup hitter.
At that point, you hear the ground pretty much just falls in from the ceiling, and there is literally a thunder beast standing there in front of you.
Excuse me?
A thunder
Skeleton.
beast?
No.
A thunder beast skeleton falling in front of you.
Nope.
Cheers punches it. Did it fall in my range? Because
Punch
I'm
it in the
pretty
face.
sure I could get an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say so should escalate.
Well, everybody kind of
Yeah.
would, but you would also take.
If it's within 10 feet of me,
Oh my
I
God.
do get an attack of opportunity.
Where? Yeah, I wish we had a
Yeah,
visual so I knew exactly where this thing was falling. Are you throwing one together?
I'm gonna
real quick?
have to.
Oh, come on, Cubby. It's okay. Use your imaginations, guys.
Well, it kind of fell into the back center of the room, so it would actually be behind Driz, but closest to the 3 ranged in the back.
Oh.
Yeah, which I wasn't
great.
far from.
Why?
More than 10 feet away.
So, escalate and I get.
I would say,
Oh, well, actually, we wouldn't, right? Because we're engaged in combat with other
but they're
enemies.
dead. So,
Oh, the
For
one I
me,
was
it
punching
doesn't
is dead
matter.
now?
but it's more than 10
My-
feet away.
I
Gives me
killed
the
it.
ability,
Yeah.
anything
Oh,
that
it
is
is more
within
than 10
of
feet
me,
away?
Yeah, it basically
Sorry.
landed
get-
by us.
I thought you said it fell right behind
It
me.
fell behind Driz, but kind of closer, but
near
near
us?
the back of
Yeah.
the room.
Like on top of us.
Darn and blast.
Close enough that my longbow is probably not the weapon I want to be using at this moment.
That's what I would think too. Switching to
Close
melee.
enough that I'm probably just gonna get one shot.
But at that point,
Fine.
Rox is first to go.
All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we went through this last time. If I drop the bow, that doesn't actually count. I can draw the sword for my action.
Yes. Because you're
Right,
dropping
yes.
the bow. You're not just putting it away.
Right.
And
Now I can't attack with the sword. I'm literally just my action for that turn is drawing the sword.
correct.
Yeah.
However, I can
That's
move.
not correct. You
Hmm?
get a free action.
Oh,
So
okay.
dropping the bow is not an action. Doesn't.
No,
Gotcha.
dropping the bow
Doesn't
would
count.
be the free action.
No. Dropping something is not an action.
But it is a free
Throwing
action.
something out is an action. So drop the bow, pulls out the sword. That's your free action. Then you still get your attack or whatever you can
Wait,
do.
I'm so confused. You just said
Raid.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
you
read
just
the
said that pulling
Raid.
something out is an
Raid.
action, right?
But dropping something isn't.
Yeah, no,
Point,
dropping
point.
something
Right.
would be his free
And
action.
you- no.
Pulling out his new
Dropping
weapon would
something
be
is
the
completely-
action.
Dropping something doesn't count as anything.
Yeah, no, you don't get an action. Well, the free action is just like a
The
whatever
free
kind
action
of
is
thing.
pulling out the sword.
I
That's
thought-
coming from a D&D. That's coming from D&D.
What are we fighting again? A hell beast or something?
It's a thunder beast skeleton.
Thunder beast.
Oh, I'm looking for it.
Well, either way, one thing I am doing is I'm since we killed the one that it was on, I'm transferring my hunter's mark to the Thunderbeast skeleton.
Does it smell bad?
Oh,
Why is it nothing?
I can't believe nobody.
So
in
a
chat
few
is
examples of
excited
sorts
about
that
it. People People in chat love confirmed.
That tandem with your
Cricket.
movement and actions. You draw, seat the short, open, close the door, withdraw potions. That's just it's
Those are
interact.
actions,
Yeah, it's
right?
an action. It's a few examples
Yeah,
of
so-
sorts of things that you can tandem
Yeah, so
with
drawing
your
the sword would be an
movement
action.
and your
Yeah.
action. So drawing.
Dropping
So
it is
dropping
nothing.
it
That's
is
a
the free action. Drawing it is
Right.
your action.
Yes.
Which means I would not be able then
No.
to attack.
Right.
Right. You can still
Yeah,
move.
you can. Yeah,
and
you
can
can.
still use
Yeah.
a bonus action.
Get out of the way.
Well, so I like I said, I'm go. Well, I can't. I don't want to go too far because I need to stay within. Or wait a minute. You know what? Scratch that. No, I'm not going to drop the bow. I'm going to move far enough away that I can actually use the bow, but I'm going to transfer the hunter's mark to.
Well, it's a new creature because you killed the
beast.
other one. So yeah, you can put the hunter's mark on the new
Mhm.
beast.
Now, can I get? I don't think I can get far enough away to use the bow in one turn though, because I think I can only move. Actually, no, I should be able to get far enough away to use the bow in this turn.
What's
right?
your movement?
I mean, this room's got to be 20 feet by 20 feet tops. Oh, maybe bigger, I guess, but
How do I find what my movement is?
It's right next to your proficiency.
As a
Your
half
movement
elf,
has
it's
got to be at least
probably
30.
30
It's
or
right
40
above your
feet.
armor
Not a
class.
halfling.
Mine's 35.
Oh, 30.
As long as you're more than 5 feet away, you can shoot it with a bow.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 15 feet away and fire.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to use the extra advantage that Rob Man gave me and try that again.
Oh.
That's worse. Well, I don't think I hit him with either of them.
You missed.
9 and 8.
Wait,
That was
and
cute.
it's just the beast now, not any skeleton.
Yeah, it's just the Thunder Beast.
That 8. Well, it doesn't matter because I take the advantage, so I take the 9. I was going to say that 8 is a critical failure, but it doesn't matter because I take the 9 since I was rolling advantage.
Yep.
Which is good because I don't feel like trying to shoot myself with my own bow.
Something tells me it's just way easier to shoot yourself in the foot with a gun than it is a bow.
Let's be honest. You'd probably end up
Oh.
shooting Driz on accident.
So Sammy is saying there should be an incoming attack of opportunity for leaving melee range unless you've got mobile feet.
You didn't disengage an enemy.
Yeah.
Though. It just was near you. It was like
It wasn't engaged in combat.
yeah, it just dropped in, so it's not engaged in combat quite yet. Otherwise, yeah, but
Okay, well that was my failure. Next.
Moving on.
The Thunder Beast gets in. It goes next.
Is it really
It's
big?
considered huge. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Great.
Just for visual.
Yes. It's considered a huge undead beast.
Cool.
Great.
It is going to take a tail swipe at Driz. Because it's kind of behind it.
I almost said bring it before he finished his sentence. I knew it was coming at me.
A 17 to hit.
Oh well, yeah, that hits.
Ten damage.
So
Yes.
10 damage.
Bludgeoning damage.
Well, I don't really see
I'm sorry, what is
any
this thing?
difference
It's a
to me,
thunderbolt
The Thunder
or
Beast.
Thunder Beast skeleton.
beast.
If the
So,
target
yeah.
is a creature, must succeed a DC 14 Strength saving throw or be knocked to prone. So roll a D20 Strength saving throw. Yes.
Me? Oh, okay.
Good
Well,
news
when
is
you-
your strength is high.
W-
so-
You guys.
No, not correct.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
what?
Save strength. Strength is among some of my good stats, I guess, but my wisdom is my highest one. Strength is
And
just
you pass
incredibly
it.
mediocre.
Yeah,
I
you're
got
fine.
a 17. Yeah, like Drizz's stats.
Say, I had a healing
Strength,
thing.
Dex, and Constitution are all the same. Intelligence, Charisma, -1. Wisdom is where I
It goes to
excel.
Braxis.
Help me out in relation to where he is, because I ran off to the side. Am I near
He's
him,
probably about
or-
10 feet from you at this point.
Okay. I'm going to take a couple steps back and fire with my crossbow.
Okay. You hit, and you do 9 damage.
Nice.
From there, it goes to Scotch.
All right. Not gonna do Ray of Frost. Gonna do Ray of Sickness. Let's do this thing.
Is-
Hang on.
Is it actually going to
That-
let you
But
cast?
what
No,
does
it
that
won't.
do?
Ray. Sickening greenish energy lashes out toward a creature. And it will take poison damage if it doesn't save. The
Okay.
end. That's what it does. I was going to do it at 2nd level, so it's probably immune. That's okay. Scotch doesn't know that.
None of us know that because
Wait,
I
hang
haven't
on.
had a chance to
9
cast
plus
that yet.
ranged spell attack is oh balls. I don't know. 1 second. Plus 6. 9 plus 6. It's 15.
Hits.
Okay. That is 3 something. 3d8.
It
damage.
does no damage. It like you hit it and
That's
it's
fine, it was
immune
pretty.
To
Balls. Cool. I'm just gonna mark that 2nd level slot off, and I'm done.
From there it goes to V.
Okay. Let's see. Since I also had my short bow out, I'm going to scoot around him and shoot as well, following AZ's path.
You do not hit.
Yeah, I didn't
You
think
roll
so.
a 4 plus a 5 equals a 9.
There's our 4
yes. Driz is up.
I will add that.
Okay, so I just have to turn around and move 10 feet, is what you're telling me?
Pretty much, yeah. To get in close combat.
Okay. I actually think. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna attack with my. Pull out my. Well, no, yeah, I'm just gonna keep punching, I guess.
Punch him in the face.
Then we are not at advantage anymore.
Right, so 15
It
hit,
hits.
6 damage then. And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to do another one. 16 to hit with 3 damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
From there it goes to Escalade.
Escalade moves to within 10 feet of the creature. I pull out my glaive. I look at it. I close my eyes and I speak the vow of enmity. Vow of enmity gives me hold on. As a bonus action, choose a creature within 10 feet and gain advantage on attack rolls against it for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points. So I have advantage against this creature for as long as it's alive for the next minute.
The next 10 rounds.
Yeah. I swing my glaive. Please be a nat 20. Nope. But it is a 16.
Which hits.
Okay, this is where it gets fun. I will divine smite.
Wait, hold on.
This creature.
Hold on. You gained advantage. Oh, never mind. Sorry. I'm sorry.
When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target, plus 1d8 against undead or fiends. So I'm expending my last spell slot to get an extra 3d8 against the creature. So I'll roll the base damage is a 13 plus 2, 3d8.
Escalade is
which is another 14. So a total of 27 damage.
Escalade just went ham.
And it's still standing.
No.
Where are these damage rolls?
He rolled them in.
Through?
No, they didn't come through.
Hold on. I'll screenshot it.
He rolled them in D&D Beyond, but they didn't transfer over for some reason.
I tried that earlier and it didn't. None of mine moved over here.
But you have
mine never works.
You have to have everything linked properly to do it. And
figured it
Big
was
and I
settings
both,
somewhere.
yeah, Big and I both do. But for some reason, these damage ones didn't carry over.
I had a feeling it was in the settings.
There you go.
Yep,
See
I got it.
Lower right.
Okay.
13 and 14.
Yes, he is still standing. You could definitely tell he's hurt, but he's there. It goes back up to Rocks.
All right. So I'm going to use Slayer's Prey as well, which is very similar to Hunter's Mark. So now I do an extra 2d6 damage on top of my standard damage with the bow. And hopefully I hit this time. That's much better.
Hit.
That's 8 damage, and then let me roll my 2d6. For 7. So that's 15 damage.
The arrow that you pretty much shoot, you kind of stare it down, stare this thing down in the process of watching what Escalade was doing to this thing, and you can as he was doing his thing, you saw an area of it kind of open up a little bit, and you almost like a weakness spot. And you just shot this arrow right into that weakness spot. And, you saw this thing, literally just, disintegrate into, bone dust. With your shot.
Nice.
And it dies.
Woohoo!
Nice. For being huge, it didn't take much.
Well, we got some good rolls.
Escalade.
Just takes a
Escalade.
couple staggers forward and leans against this thing's corpse,
Oh, those be some peoples, but not peoples. They be dead peoples. Dead bone.
I don't think that's what we were looking for. Also, Brax, are you okay?
Rax is kind of slinking behind everyone now because now that the action's over, he's thinking about what he did.
Yeah, Rock's very deliberately puts the bow back behind him and everything. looks over at Brax and is just glaring at him. It's like, what the heck did you think you were doing?
It just happened. I don't understand how it happened. It was.
What, you
Get
mean
it?
you don't deal with like crazy skeletons and creepy beasts all the time? Not used to that?
Pickpockets, yes.
Did
Skeletons.
it freak you out?
Yep.
I guess.
Well, you better get it under control. We need to know that we can trust you when the chips are down.
He just getting land legs back. If you guys can be friends with Jizz, you guys can be friends with what's just
Brax.
what's your name again? The Brax guy. The Brax guy.
Rox looks over at Driz and says, "You've never hit me in the middle of combat."
Oh, I could hit you right now if that's the whole problem. I mean, Driz just got to fight.
I don't think that's true, though. I think at one point she got in that one, and she shot something into you.
No, she hit herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit myself.
Well, one of us has had to have hit him on accident at some point. No?
I don't
remember.
Is it just we all hit Driz on accident?
Oh, well, yeah, seriously, if we're talking about people hitting people in this group on accident, what the shit? People are always hitting me.
Rox
You
just
get for
kind
being
of
a monk.
Rox just kind of storms out of the kitchen back into the main room.
Oh, somebody's got some big old panties on him now that he think he king.
Listen, I don't know, king or not, he's always been a cranky puss, so I wouldn't take it personal. Also, maybe, don't do whatever that was again. Cause,
What?
that's
What
It's
personal
alright.
mean? What personal mean?
Oh,
Like a person?
like, you
All the-
know when I accidentally shot you with that thing that one time? I didn't mean to. And if I had meant to, that would be personal.
Wait, you telling me people hit Driz and they don't mean to hit Driz sometime?
That is what I'm telling you.
Well,
You're
everybody always
great.
come at Driz wanting to hit Driz, so I mean.
No. If I ever hit you, it
That
was
was-
probably
I
not
know.
intentional. Not personal. It's all right. But he's a sourpuss when you first meet him. He's still kind of a sourpuss after you've known him for a little bit. I think it's just kind of his personality. He's real serious. And I
then he
think that
found
maybe
out he could be king.
Driz just starts losing it every time she thinks about Rox as a king.
he's kind of funny. Anyway, he's kind of a big deal. So I don't know. Maybe apologize or just avoid him.
At the moment, Brax is just sitting there, kind of like a teenager brooding, arms crossed, just pissed at himself and doesn't want to say anything.
Oh, come on, buddy, we got you.
Driz gives you a big old slap on the back that probably knocks you forward a little bit.
Rox comes walking back in and he looks over at him and says, "Look, you need to be able to control whatever you've got. We are going to need you to be able to handle what we're facing. And this is probably not going to be the worst of it."
Y'all listen to your king.
Rox just kind of looks over at Scotch and it's like he's trying to be serious, but you can see like this little bit of he's fighting to keep from smiling.
Yeah, that breaks the tension with Brax too. He's feeling better after that line.
And then Brox kind of walks up and puts his hand on Brax and says, "Look, you showed you can fight. We just need to know you can control yourself."
Rufio
with the raid.
with the raid of 18. I know we had that other raid earlier. I don't remember who it came from, but thank you for
It was
from
Frank's World.
World. Thank you for that raid of 5. I did see it come in. If you are still here, thank you for that.
So we gonna stay here tonight, or we gonna keep looking around town? Because if we keep looking around town,
Driz stumbles forward into V.
Oof.
just might need hug, sleep time.
Yeah, you're not looking so good, Driz.
So with the way the Thunder Beast fell through the floor and everything, is there anything left upstairs to even investigate at this point?
From where that was at, not really.
Okay.
From that side of the building, at least.
Right.
Y'all, are we done here?
Well,
So
I don't think we've got anywhere else to
so
check
Rox
here.
went out of the.
Tavern.
So are you guys in the?
I had come back in. I had walked out into the main room for a bit, and then I came back in.
Come on, dude. You put that up after?
I put that.
You put up the XP. I went and applied the XP, and then
No. That's
no.
Then I
says
come
not
back
until
and
after
there's a thing that
tonight.
says, "Do not level until after."
Yeah.
I
not
put that
until after.
That would've been
within
good information to have
seconds.
first.
Whatever. Just.
Let's go to the tavern, y'all.
At this point, Brox is not even fighting it. He's just like, let's go.
And as you guys walk out of the inn, you guys kind of start noticing more and more. Like, you actually kind of start noticing people emerging from just every which area.
What is going on? Where'd they all come from? Y'all see these people? Hey,
I imagine they were hiding from what we just fought.
there. We just happened to pick the right spot, I guess, to the tavern.
Rox
Yeah,
kind of starts.
Many lucky occurrence.
Rox looks around to see if it looks like any of the people who are starting to come out might be a leader, or, somebody that seems like everyone's kind of looking to take action. So should I roll a perception for that?
Yes.
Did the captain stay back at the ship, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
That's an 18. So is there anybody who kind of stands out as like, as people are coming out, they're looking at one person or maybe a group of people?
Not really. I mean, as you walk out, you're kind of seeing just people come out of the different shops, the houses. Just it seemed like whatever you guys just fought is what most likely caused them to go into hiding. And they kind of had that feeling of knowing whatever caused that, like, the fear is gone.
Well, seeing all the people come out and about, Driz is gonna stumble her butt back to the boat to make this delivery because she is, that's like what her job's always been, is to make deliveries from boats. So.
Get it done.
At the same time, Rox kind of steps forward and says, "Can someone tell me what happened here?"
This older gentleman, as he's walking by here, like, kind of hears the question being asked, and he kind of looks at you. He goes, "Big skeleton come out of nowhere. Everybody ran away and took over inn." Right, and we, I mean, huge. I mean, we didn't know what it was, so we all scattered and ran away and died.
Well, we took.
I mean, that's a valid reaction.
So as you probably guessed, I imagine, but we wouldn't be coming out otherwise. The skeletons and that beast are dead.
I assume we made enough noise that people realized something was going on.
Is there anyone here who'd be able? We came with the idea that we were going to deliver some goods that had been ordered. Is there somebody here we can talk to about that?
Wait, hold on.
I feel like we should go get the captain and tell him that his people are back and he should drop off his stuff so we can be on our way.
Say that again, easy.
Basically, Rox is trying to find who was expecting the delivery.
Okay. If you head back towards the docks, that would probably be the best place to ask. If you came in on a boat. Wait.
All right, so it kind of looks
Oh,
at the other.
go ahead. Sorry.
Brox kind of looks at the others and says, "So do we just head back and try to find out who was expecting this delivery from Captain Steele?"
Am I the only one interested in where the skeletons came from?
I honestly
No.
didn't think about that.
No, but I also figured we've got two things we need to do here. We need to get complete with the mission we came here for, and we need to try to find out what's going on. Right now, it doesn't sound like anybody here really knows what's going on. So I figured we could move forward with that and maybe see if somebody from when we're doing the delivery can give us a little bit of a better idea what happened. It looks like, based on what we saw at the docks, that whatever happened originated there. So maybe we'll find somebody there who can give us a little bit more insight.
Well, like I said, Driz is on her way back to complete this delivery. So, making my way downtown, walking fast.
So as you head back up towards the docks, you kind of start seeing more and more people coming up onto the dock and kind of starting to clean things up. Hey,
Do any of them heal me?
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
just keep stumbling down the dock, Driz.
Yep, basically.
You gonna be great.
I mean, you got two people that can heal you as well. I mean, I don't know if
I'll give you a hug,
Not
but
when
I
I
don't think
abandon
it's
them.
gonna help.
no.
I don't know if anybody actually followed me down to the docks, or if everybody just stayed around.
We hadn't at first, but I think we're headed that
I
way
know
now.
you had it at first. I don't know if anybody else had it first.
Well, that's true. We didn't. Nobody else really said where they were going.
Well, I'm following His Majesty.
So even.
But
good a plan as
so
any. I'll follow.
so
it.
Driz kind of goes back up to the docks and starts kind of looking around. She notices like I said, people are starting to wander up onto the docks, kind of picking up the bins, the boxes. You kind of get farther up, closer to where the boat is, and you notice that there's like almost like a podium standing there.
I thought you were about to say I noticed that the boat is gone.
Oh.
No, there's a podium kind of standing there, and it's got like a ledger book on it, and there's you see like a coin purse sitting on the podium, and it actually has like a little sign on the front that says Robin's Special Wares.
All right, and this is on my way
Towards
to the boat, like
on the dock,
or...
as you're walking back to the boat.
Healthy.
Sounds so intriguing, but I can't find a reason for my character to stop her mission of making this delivery.
I'm assuming you get back to the boat then.
I'll stop there. Put a hand on the stand, like.
Sorry, Driz need moment.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Well, who knows if Driz okay?
Wait. I feel like I had a health potion.
You all should have had a health potion.
The things in the inn, and then we killed the things in the inn, and then more things come into the inn. But it look like you people might be okay.
Well, not too long ago we weren't okay, but do you need help with anything? I mean, you seem a little worn out, a little wounded, maybe.
Do you know how to take this out?
And just turns her shoulder to where there's an arrow sticking out of her back.
You have an arrow hanging out your back.
She kind of looks at you. She goes, "Oh my!" And kind of she's like, "I
just give it to old 124."
And she goes, "I can give it a try." And she kind of puts her hand on your back and grabs it with her other hand and is able
There you go, Minika. There's
is
your.
able to pull that thing out.
There's Cubby's accent for you.
Well,
Do it again.
that big help. Many appreciated that thing.
Let me guess. It's about this time that the rest of us arrive at the docks.
That's up to you guys. Did you guys go back to the docks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were headed to the
Okay,
docks.
yeah. By
so-
this point, you're seeing this middle-aged lady pulling out the arrow from Drizz's back.
Rox just kind of shakes his head and says, "You know, we would have helped you."
It's Driz. She's gonna go do her own thing, but
Help.
we do have your back.
Help is thing that people charge money for. Driz not giving up no monies for some stupid helps.
Oh,
Rox
Driz
just
been
kind of
hired
looks.
for help many time, and Driz be like, "This is easiest money Driz ever make."
Rox just kind of looks over at V and shakes his head, kind of like, you know what to do.
But we got delivery to make, boys, and the other thing, not many other sailors are not boys, so they always call the boys. When it comes to delivery time,
and the lady kind of goes, "Delivery, you say? What kind of delivery you talking about?"
does Driz look like person that know things?
What I understand, it's pretty much basic wares. At least it's what we've been advised.
And do you have these wares with you?
On
Rox
the
points.
boat.
Yeah, Rox points to the boat.
And she
They're on
kind
there.
of turns her back, or turns towards the boat and goes, "Well, let's take a look at these wares, and I'll tell you if they're mine or where to bring them."
That con artist technique. They gonna say they their wares, but they might not be their wares.
Driz, who knows a thing or two about port cities and people pretending to claim orders that are not their orders.
I mean, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to trust this?
If they're your wares, you should have some sort of a manifest for them, right?
Yes, I shall.
Well, you find manifest while we go grab wares and talk to Capitan.
Okay. And she kind of goes back to the podium and starts kind of going through her papers and whatnot, and she grabs like a folder with all her papers in it, and she kind of starts walking towards the boat. And she goes up onto the boat, and she kind of asks about the wares, the supplies. And the captain standing there, and as he's kind of looking around, he goes, "That was some of the strangest shit I have ever seen. Like, this place was just completely dead. And then you guys come stumbling out of that building over there, and everybody else kind of starts coming out of buildings."
y'all, we bring the party.
Well,
All
I
it
mean,
needs is more ale.
you did hire Driz for things like this, and I have to agree, this very weird for Port Town. This was very strange.
And
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Rox is kind of looking around the dock to see if there's anybody else he can talk to about what happened.
Roll me an investigation check. But as you kind of,
Yeah, that's a 10.
you don't notice anybody like majorly suspicious or anybody that would seem like they would know what's going on.
Okay.
But as the captain and this this trader are kind of talking, and he kind of starts opening up the bins and kind of showing her what the stuff is, and she goes, "Yeah, that's mine." And she kind of starts going through things, and she kind of finds the manifest of what he's showing her, and she shows him, and she kind of does like a whistle, and a couple of her workers run onto the boat and kind of take the chests with them, and she walks back down to her little podium area and pulls out a box and starts putting money into a leather pouch and brings it back to the captain and hands it to the captain as payment for delivering the wares or the supplies to where it belonged.
All right. We all done? Time to head on out.
And the captain kind of looks at you guys and he goes like, surprisingly was a little easier than I expected. I can gather some basic supplies, get some food. Well, I'm gonna have to probably get a lot of ale.
There you go.
Rox looks at Escalade, kind of says, "I don't know about you, but I don't really feel good leaving this place until we get a little better handle on what happened."
Finally, someone other than me that's concerned where the skeletons came from.
Rox looks at him and goes, "You had to know I would want to know."
Just going off what everybody was doing.
You know, which also reminds me, shouldn't have all your rolls been at advantage? For the
damage rolls count on that?
I don't know, because is it like
I thought advantage only really applied to actions.
Is it? But even your attack should, or like your attack should have, because isn't your favorite enemy undead?
I get survival. I get advantage on survival checks and tracking. My favorite or intelligence rolls against them, not for attacks. Because I'm looking at favorite enemy right now. You have advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemies, as well as intelligence checks to recall information about them. But yeah, I don't get any attack advantages on them.
Which comes up literally every week.
Yeah, attack advantages to favorite enemies are an old edition thing.
So.
All right. So at that.
All right. So, I was a little out of it, when we were traveling here, and you know what? You're right. I don't know where we're headed. All right. I'm still trying to recover from the fact that I was pulled out of my nice little bed in my nice little town and put on a boat, and now I'm, a skeleton hunter or whatever. But I guess I don't have an end goal, so if we want to go investigate more.
I believe the technical term is unbodies.
Yeah.
Skelly man, say right. Unbodies.
Yeah, you're right.
Un as in no and bodies as in body. No bodies.
She's right.
So you guys...
Rox shakes his...
Go ahead.
To be fair, this just another day in Driz life. Driz get picked up for missions, Driz get left under dock, then Driz wait for another job, then
Did anybody heal Driz?
Not yet. I was trying to hint at V to do it earlier.
I also tried to hint at V to do it earlier by falling into her arms.
Well, V's AFK.
It's like, nah, you're fine.
So.
Nah, you got this, Driz. I believe in you. It's gonna be great. Right?
Did anybody heal Scotch?
What? No, I'm fine. I'm just a little disheveled. I'm fine.
Time to go for a swimming lesson, am I right?
How damaged are you?
I took like a
Driz?
I am down 28 health points. No,
She's
wait.
bleeding out her ears. She's
health
fine.
Points, I think. Actually, not 28, 18. I'm at
I heal
13
you
out of
for
31,
18.
so.
I use my lay on hands, and I heal you for 18.
18, holy crap, holy. Well, that heals me back up to max, so.
All right, so
we came here out of character. We came here to finish out the captain's delivery, but we had a different objective, right? We had somewhere else we wanted to go.
right, because we were gonna after we finished up the delivery, we were gonna head to the island near where they got attacked by the second set of pseudo dragons.
But no,
Okay.
with this skeleton attack, it's to the point of wanting to investigate and try to figure out maybe where those came from.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, DM, for telling us how.
No, but that's
No, that's
what
what we've been
Rox
saying.
and Escalade were just talking about.
Yeah. If the rest of you want to just want to kind of gather stuff up and all of that, that's fine.
We were
But the
saying
two
we
of
wanted to go to that island just because it was like a mysterious island, right? It wasn't anything to do with. I was talking about further back, before we left the last town. Didn't you find out something about your heritage and someplace about where we wanted to go, or?
Oh no, that was that we found out I found out the heritage thing and all that, but we went back. The whole idea was to get back to the boat because we wanted to get back to what our initial mission had been, which was trying to figure out why people have been vanishing off the boats
and attacking.
Which is why we were going to go to that island because that island is near where the last pseudo dragon attacked. See if they're originating from there.
I gotcha.
So, but you put a group of skeletons attacking a town at seemingly random in front of a paladin and a ranger who's part of an order that hunts the undead, and that's going to kind of grab their attention.
Yeah, that obviously grabbed your attention right from the docks there.
So, in the process of you guys kind of talking on the boat, like you kind of overhear somebody down on the docks asking if they have seen their brother. And his brother, his mom, and his dad. They're nowhere to be seen after everybody's kind of come out from they're hiding.
Rox kind of taps Escalade on the shoulder and points down and says, "I get the feeling that may be where we want to start." So Rox is going to go ahead and walk up. Yep. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll go up to the kid and ask him what's wrong.
He goes and he kind of responds. He's like, "Last time I saw, I ran towards the tavern, thinking my family was right behind me, but I haven't seen them since. I've looked all around town, but I don't know where they went. Like I went home. I've gone to."
All right, calm down. Where were you the last time you saw?
Here on the docks, we were carrying materials to our shop, and then all of a sudden we heard screaming coming from all angles, and so we pretty much just saw everybody drop things and run towards town, towards the main street there, and I kind of ran it towards the tavern, think that's where we were gathering in our stuff from and bringing it to the docks, and so I figured.
Where is your shop?
He kind of points just down the dock a little bit here on like the.
Why we help stupid kid?
And he cut.
Because that kid might lead us to what started this. And
You think stupid kid know about what started this? He not just stupid kid.
And you kind of notice this kid's his demeanor gets even worse. Like he's just he doesn't even want to like.
Oh my god! I give him a hug. It's gonna be all right.
Rox looks at Driz and says, "Don't you want to know where those things that nearly killed you came from?"
No one helped Driz when Driz orphaned on stupid beach. Why people help this stupid kid?
Because we weren't there when you
Enough
were
with
orphaned on the
stupid kid
beach.
thing. No kid is stupid. You don't want to help? Go back to the boat.
Maybe Driz will go back to boat.
And you kind of hear the kid
Yeah.
say, "Good. You're rude."
Rox looks back at the kid and says, "Do you
What
have
you
any?"
call me? Driz thinking she's still 16 years old, ready to fight this kid.
Rox kind of puts his hand on Driz to hold her back a bit. Looks back at the kid and says, "Do you have anything on you that might give us any kind of a way to track your family? Or can you give us any kind of a description that might help?"
I mean, what's on me is what's on me. No necklace. I mean, my brother, slightly taller than me, looks very similar to me. I guess. I mean, my parents. Dad was kind of tall. I mean, rather tall, brown hair, blue eyes, light complexion.
Did you happen to see which direction they might have taken off?
We were all running in the same direction, and then I ended up I happened to be in front of them, getting into the tavern, and when I got in the tavern, they weren't there. I didn't see them. I just kind of hid with everybody else.
I mean, I suggest we go to the shop and then to his house. See if they maybe diverted.
The shop.
No tanks.
If I got lost when I was a kid, my parents would always tell me to go home and wait there.
It must be nice to have parents.
I'm gonna have Butter come and fly around Driz and this kid to maybe make them more happy.
Form a circle for us to better have a duel inside.
Rox looks at the kid and says, "Okay, so what direction did you run from here?"
So
I know you said you went to the tavern, but if you can give me a little bit more direction, I want to see if I can maybe see where people veered off.
Well, we were actually not too far this way towards down the docks here. There's actually some of our bins or boxes are right over there actually, with wares and some food in them. We were about there whenever we heard all the screaming and the terror starting. We ran down the docks towards town, and then we went to the right, which is towards the tavern, and I got to the tavern first, but by the time I got in there and kind of got behind the bar, they didn't follow me in.
All right. So I'm going to do an investigation check. There's a couple of different things I'm looking for. Well, no, so I'm trying to track his family, not the undead, so I don't get an advantage on the roll.
I think Fantasy just realized what we were talking about.
No, I'm laughing as a dog.
Oh.
He ran into Baby Cub's bike and
The most volume we've gotten out of V in like every session combined.
That's a nat 20.
Woo!
Yeah,
23 with my additive, but that's a
So
nat
you're
20.
trying to do an investigation.
I'm trying to
on
find
the-
his
the
family. I'm trying to see if
family.
I can see where his family kind of veered off from.
So you
the rest.
kind of walk over towards the bins original. That he said that he dropped, and you kind of try to look at that general area to try to gather to look at the footprints, and so you can try to follow from that general spot. And as you start walking down the docks and you're following the footprints, you actually notice that two of the three bigger footprints ended up veering off into the inn and not the tavern. And then the ones kind of a slight smaller, like the two smaller of the four kind of kept going straight from that point.
All right. So Rox kind of looks back and says, "It looks like somebody was hit. Somebody broke off and started heading toward the inn. Would any of your family members head that direction?"
I don't see why they would have, because we don't deal with the inn. We don't stay at the inn. I mean, we have a house in town a little farther, but I don't understand why unless they ran into the inn because of being the closer building to run into to get away from everything or whatever was happening.
Can Brax do an insight check? He's not quite as vocal as Triz, but the street kid in him doesn't like this.
You
kid.
can, yeah, just roll.
Darn
roll an insight. Just roll check
Throw
insight.
down with this kid.
Are you gonna clothesline this kid, like tell him to race you, and then just?
Game
stick
So
your
what
finger
exactly
up?
are you trying to like? Is it just like you?
I don't believe him. Again, it's a street kid growing up on my character. I don't believe him. I'm looking for body language or something. That I feel like he's lying.
As you watch his body motions and how he's like, you listen to how he's talking, and he's a nervous wreck. Like the kid's lost. Like he can't find his family. Like we're looking at like maybe like a 7 or 8 year old kid. Like it's hard. It's real hard to tell because he's so distraught. Like how any like kid would be if he like any kid of that age would lose a parent or they're like can't find their family.
Legit. In other words,
Yeah. He's like
you
you want like it's almost to the point where like you want to believe he's telling the truth.
Okay. So Rox looks back at him and looks back at the kid and kind of says, "Stay here." And then he looks at Escalade and says, "I think we need to check the inn again."
Let's go.
All right.
The king has spoken.
Rock just shakes his head and goes walking back toward the inn, so following the tracks that headed that direction.
I bow and follow.
So
as we enter the inn, like I said, I'm still trying to follow the tracks. Where do they go?
You kind of see him go into the inn and up this, like, kind of still trying to follow the dust tracks. They actually kind of go off towards the kitchen.
Yeah, that's not good news. So Brox heads back that way, and at this point has pulled out his bow and just has an arrow ready in case. I mean, he's not expecting like there to be, but at the same time, considering what they just fought in the kitchen, he's not taking any chances.
We gotta go back in there.
That's where the tracks are leading.
So you go upstairs then, or whatever.
You mean our tracks? No, I'm just kidding. Jers isn't even there. Jers powdered back on a boat.
Oh my God! Who's there?
I believe it should be pretty much the rest of us.
Yeah,
I think Driz was the only one who stayed behind.
So as
when the boat gets attacked by pseudo dragons, you guys are gonna regret it.
Bye.
So you guys walk into the kitchen and you roll me a investigation check. or for whoever wants to.
Oh, me. Investigation.
That's a 19.
17.
Dodge rolls a 17.
17.
So as you guys walk into the kitchen, V rolls a 7.
V goes, well, it's a kitchen. Or what's left of one.
As you guys, as
Fire.
Rox, Braxius, and Scotch kind of walk in, and like Rox kind of points to the footprints before they get in, be like, this is kind of what we're looking for, or we're kind of tracking, so it gives you guys that idea. You kind of start walking in, but noticing like you got all the wood scraps and stuff on the floor from the ceiling falling in. You're trying to like watch the footprints as they go in there, but you're noticing that there were about, as you were getting in there, outside of yours already, I mean, there were some other footprints going in there as well. Excuse me. So you're trying to track the footprints into there, but as you get in there, you're moving some of that wood around, but because of all the wood that fell in and everything else that went on in there, it like you kind of lose that trail. But
Right.
as you look around the room, there's no other doors in that room. And it's like there was nowhere else for them to go.
So Rox looks back. Now, he had told the kid to stay outside. Did the kid stay
stayed
outside?
right outside the door.
Okay. Rox looks back at the others and says, "You think it's possible that the skeletons we fought were his family?"
I don't see an alternative.
Oh my god. That's horrible.
It is. But I'm not seeing much. I'm kind of with Brax on this one. I'm not seeing much of an alternative. I'm not seeing any other sign of them.
We gotta go outside and tell that kid his family's skeletons?
Buzz.
No.
Oh.
We could tell him that they were they were killed by them, which technically, even if they were turned into them, they would have been.
You guys can tell him that Driz can teach him how to learn under or live under a dock.
Oh my god.
Rox kind of looks at the magic users in the group and says, "Would any of you be able to detect if some sort of magic was used to change people into what we fought?"
I have detect magic.
Is that active right now?
It's just whole concentration. I mean, you're not having to cast anything. It's just casting it on the area. As you kind of stand there and you cast the detect magic, like you do sense, like magic was used in here outside of what you guys. But you also have like that eerie feel of death.
In other words, kind of confirming, seemingly confirming what we're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen.
I can learn at School of Magic if there was any kind of School of Magic.
Yeah, can she tell if it's necromancy?
No.
Actually, this wouldn't be necromancy. Well,
It'd
I
be
don't know.
like a dark, like it'd be like a black magic.
It'd be dark magic.
It'd be
Yeah,
like
it'd
a
be black
dark.
magic. Wouldn't be necromancy.
So I would see a faint aura
around any visible creature or
around
object.
this. Yep.
Yeah, you kind of like as you kind of walk towards the creatures, like the 8 skeletons, like you kind of feel like you kind of see like that slight faint aura of black magic.
Do the skeletons have anything on them?
Any distinguishing
Any
feature?
items or
Roll
anything?
me a investigation check. I mean, no, you guys decided to leave and didn't do any of that earlier, so.
That's
Rox
a
rolls a
20.
17. V rolls an 8.
Oopsie, my bad.
I think this might be something Cubby wanted us to do, but at the same time, I still think you guys are a bunch of chumps.
Sorry, I did the wrong command.
Braxis rolls a
Oh, wow.
6.
6. Apparently, I tripped and hit my head while thinking about it.
You're like, I'm just not.
Yeah, Scotch and I both rolled well. Once you add in
Yeah.
our bonuses, Scotch and I both rolled 20.
So
So
as you guys kind of get down and kind of start looking at the creatures, you notice each one of the skeletons had a black crystal kind of in their eye sockets.
I cast Mage Hand and try and pick it up.
I want to make sure what does Mage Hand do? I just want to make sure I'm.
I think it has like a weight limit that you can.
but it basically lets you pick it up without having to touch it yourself,
A
right?
special floating
Same with
hand
Can I pick it up?
occurs.
Joke.
I can. Oh, maybe I can't. I can't carry more than 10 pounds, so I can pick up to 10 pounds of something.
Open a locked door, container storage, achievement item from an open container pour. So I mean, okay, so you kind of pick up one of the crystals out of, like, it kind of pries the crystal out of Skull.
Okay. I don't want to touch it.
No, I
I'll
wouldn't.
just kind of move it. I don't know what to. Here it is. I don't know what to do with it now.
Are there any markings on it or writing or?
I'll just kind of like put it in the middle of us for us.
You age 33
investigate.
years.
All right, I'm going to do an intelligence check to see if it's anything I recognize. I do, since we're dealing with my favorite enemy, I do get this at advantage.
Okay.
So it's an intelligence check. Would it be probably still an investigation?
It's not a favorite enemy if it's a corpse, is it?
It would still be a skeleton.
If it was turned into a skeleton, it became undead.
Yeah.
Well, but if it
would still be considered a favorite enemy because it's
even if
it's
it
still
is
undead.
dead.
Now, if it was just a beast,
I mean,
The
at this point,
crystal his
it's a
favorite
corpse,
enemy?
right?
How does that work?
No, I'm just trying to see. Oh, that's
you're
true.
you're
I am
looking
right,
at the
but-
crystal.
Yeah, you're trying to do it on enemies
that's
that
true.
have
But
already been
it's
defeated,
just
right?
on the crystal,
The
not the
crystal
enemy.
is my favorite
Yeah,
enemy.
it's on the crystal, not the enemy. So it just
The
makes
crystal's
standard
your favorite
investigation. Would it be investigation or would it be history?
History, because you're trying to know if you're.
I'd say Arcana, not even either of those.
Yeah, I would say Arcana.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of magic-y.
Yeah, you're trying to recall
Check
lore
that
about
out
spells.
For a crystal, I'd say
Let me
it's an
do-
Arcana
Yeah.
check.
Oh, that's a 9. I'm probably not
You
going to
don't
remember anything.
recognize it at all.
Oh man, 11. I rolled a 4. I rolled a 4.
Okay. we'll
Plus
get
7
another
is
You don't
11 though.
recognize it at all.
Looks pretty crystally.
I got a 10.
I got a 12.
None of you guys recognize this crystal.
I'd asked earlier, but I don't know if it got past if you heard. But is there any like markings on the crystal writing
You
like that?
from being black and not being able to, like, nobody's handled it yet. You can't tell.
Anyone want to touch it?
I'll look over at Escalade and I'm like, you got any way to purify it?
Not that I'm aware of. Hold on.
He looks. Rox looks back at the crystal. He says, "Until we know that thing is safe to touch, I'd recommend nobody touch it."
Unless somebody wants to eat it, I can purify food and drink.
Oh my god, it's a good thing that you did not say that with Driz here.
Driz just gets a really bad ringing in her ear.
They're talking about me.
And, my mending won't do a thing to it, so I don't think I have any spells to. I can find traps. That won't do anything though.
I don't have anything.
V just cast entangle and walks.
You guys all get entangled together, be like, fuckers.
Bye.
A lot of Baldur's Gate 2 with Jaheira V. Jaheira.
Well, I mean, I could just bring it back to the ship or to the docks or something. See if anybody knows anything. I don't know anything. I got nothing, but I'm not touching it. Could keep it in this little hand here, though.
Yeah, no, like I said, until we know that thing is safe, I would not recommend touching it. Especially since I'm pretty sure that's what caused these skeletons, whether they were his family members or some other unfortunates. I don't know.
Well, they have to realize that this is one action and it only the hand only holds for 1 minute.
Well, then it will drop, and I will cast it again.
Does anybody have anything we can wrap this
So,
in where we can keep it
How
safe?
high is it off the ground?
No, I
So like a foot, maybe 2.
I mean, I don't know.
Holy shit.
Hey, wow.
Who wants to see what happens when it shatters?
Was that 2
Holy
or was
crap!
the alert just wrong?
I don't know, because the links that...
Either
The alert said it was to stack up. I don't know if it was to extra life, but holy guacamole, thank you.
that was
That
amazing.
definitely
Wow.
wasn't...
Thank you so much.
Sammy over here meant to donate $2.50.
I want to say that actually went to Stack Up because it's...
I think it may actually have
'Cause
gone
it's
Stack
not
Up,
sure-
Well, I
because
know
did-
that on a
Stack Up
stream
is
it's
also a great charity.
Stack Up is
Um,
still on the page, like on the
That is true.
link.
Now, all the commands we just posted, though, are all extra life.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the link in the
Yeah, the
He
link
said,
like
yeah,
right
he said
under
no,
the
it was
Got
on purpose.
Dave's gotta okay.
It was
I'll-
meant for
But
Stack Up.
thank you for that $250 donation to Stack
Wow,
Up.
that's so kind. You're amazing.
See, that's the kind of donation we all have to take a minute to stop and thank you for.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was awesome.
Insight
Yeah,
check
because
is
good. His total went up on the Stack Up
Yeah.
thing.
good.
Seriously, Sammy, thank you so much.
I kind of lost
That
where
was
we
great.
were at.
Right?
We were trying to determine
Oh,
what to do
yes.
with the crystal.
You guys
You're
are
about to
talking
tell
about-
me-
So how
you
how
are about to
high...
You're
totally
about to tell me how
Florida
what
just
happens
get
when
into
this
it.
crystal shatters.
How no, I have
That's my
we haven't gotten to that, so that's why I'm asking how
Oh,
high
really?
was the crystal off the ground?
Okay, well, let's say I am 3 feet tall, so I'm assuming it would be just slightly below my head so they could see it. Because they're all very tall.
So probably about 2.5 feet.
Yeah. Two and a half feet.
As the hand kind of disappears, luckily it falls and hits you on the foot, so it doesn't shatter.
Oh crap! It touches me.
But
Oh,
it does
no.
because it's you have clothes on. It doesn't touch your skin, so it does nothing to you.
Okay.
I can always take the leather that I have and put it in there. The my light armor that I switched out for my studded armor. Just use my scimitar or something and just kind of scoot into it and then wrap it up.
Yeah, let's kind of wrap it up. Let's get it wrapped up in something, because just don't like having this thing sitting out here. We can try to get it to somebody who might be able to tell us what it is. The next question is, what do we tell the kid? Because we're not certain.
go in and ask him if he has more family somewhere, or if he has a nice friend that he could hang out with until further notice. And give him a cookie.
Oh, Cubby, you don't.
No,
have to
I
talk
don't.
to
Son of a
but
bitch.
that was, I think, a donation to.
Yeah, I
your
know.
portion
And
of the
honestly, I
video.
was looking at the screen to see if I had it, but because it's a different profile.
$250 toward Cubby's
Gosh.
Extra Life campaign.
Sam,
Man, nice.
I want
Sam,
to
that's-
thank you
that is
so
awesome.
much for
That's
that.
too amazing.
If there was
I know you just.
if there was a way for me to redo that, which there might be. Hold on.
Hey, can we all just do like a little donation dance?
Yeah, everybody.
Wait, hold on.
like,
Hold on.
We're gonna,
10-second dance.
yeah, it's gonna be a celebration.
Everybody
special
It's a
sing and dance
celebration.
for Sammy.
What was the y'all? We bring the party.
Oh yeah, we bring the party.
We bring the
We
party.
should play some like serious rave music right now.
It's like I'm like sitting here like trying to figure out like.
No,
Yes,
Sammy,
thank
so
you,
much.
and
That's
that-
what,
see-
250 straight
It's
to,
not even that. It's
Stack Up,
200.
and then
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. It was 250 to Stack Up, which is awesome. I mean, Stack Up is an organization that helps with mental health, not just for veterans, which is their main purpose, but it's for anybody who needs mental health help. Stack Up,
Yeah.
what they do is they gather gaming equipment. Like, they'll go out and buy games, they'll buy systems, they'll buy controllers, they'll do all that and actually send it out to not just veterans, but to actual active duty,
Guys that are deployed, guys
Yes.
who are in hospital.
and
they're-
just to boost their morale.
Yep.
So it's one of those things that definitely helps
just
with that. And of course, because
Thank you for getting that.
so
by the
that
way.
was awesome there. And then he goes ahead and does the 250 to My Extra Life, which is awesome. Which is actually the biggest, to be honest with you. I really wish I had my alert set up, which surprisingly I didn't.
Oh yeah, Sammy. Sammy is.
But that is literally the biggest donation I have ever received out of the 3 years that I have been running Extra Life. So the $250 donation.
Usually
it comes from my dad at only $100.
sweet.
Like, mine was actually the
Yep.
biggest that I was giving this year out of my Twitch payouts. So, which I think was like $160 something or 100, which was earlier in the year. But that $250 donation not only put me at 1782, that also just broke my 1750 milestone of having to do another co-stream with my son, which I still owe him one.
That's
So I might have to double the length or something.
24-hour stream with your kid.
No.
Oh gosh, no.
No, I know. That's all. I'm
But
just
that
kidding.
also puts me at literally less than $250 away from my $2,000 goal. And
I mean, Big, can you turn cam on for like 2 seconds? Can we all like literally?
Yeah, I'm ready to
dance
celebrate.
this?
Let's do this.
We owe them.
I'm trying to
actually,
find my...
the hype train that started tonight.
Just today,
Sammy, just today has been insane.
This has been this
for
has been crazy.
all
This
this,
has been
like, pardon my
absolutely
language,
crazy.
and I normally try not to say certain...
And it's all for
It is,
charity.
and I try not to say swears on this channel, but I'm gonna say shit for once. For all the shit that like half this group has gone through over the last month, not with
He means us as
personal
people,
players, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's
Like
hit
Driz
hard.
has had some medical
All of
health
us.
issues, which we're trying to
Yes.
help raise some money for her personally. Me and Fantasy just had literally our best friend roommate move out today and is going back north for a job in his family. Scotch was sick 2 weeks ago, and her grandmother passed away recently. Big's having some health issues. It's been one thing after another for this group. And to the point where we've had to take days off. We've played back-to-back for the first time a couple weeks ago. And today's session from
This has been what we
is
needed.
I think is exactly what we needed today. We had 23 gifted subs or 13 gifted
Everybody hit
subs.
the applause on reaction.
We had like $23 worth of like bits. A lot of that came from like the group here, but we just wanted to keep that bit train going. And then the $500 that you just donated. I don't know if you're a part of the Good for Gaming community. I don't know.
He is.
Sammy is for sure. Yeah, Sammy's here every week for our D&D sessions. Sammy's
my issue,
like probably one of our most.
He's in the Discord.
So
too,
part of my issue.
Honestly, I didn't know if Sammy was a male or.
Part of my issue is I don't
go either way
always see what's going on in chat, like because I'm focused on OBS and you guys.
Oh my! Really?
In a DM? What?
Really?
Cubby.
Hold on,
Cubby,
no.
check your total.
No.
I just heard it on my end. Another $218 from Sammy.
Wow.
I think Sammy just broke Cubby.
We
Cubby
have
is
to
broken.
Go. I know you guys have to be up early in the morning, but at this rate, we have to go until 1
I don't think I can.
Oh, dude, listen.
We have to.
I was gonna say, actually, to be honest with you, I think this is the best place to end it on the celebration.
I guess if you guys want to end it with your total like,
Now, can we end it this way instead of telling that kid that his family's dead?
Just as long as you guys remember and leave me a note.
Too bad you didn't bring Driz. Driz would be all about telling that kid how dead his family is.
No, I'm honestly like, I might not look like.
Cubby, you look like.
Because I am.
You're not.
Is broken in the best way.
Way to break Cubby, guys.
Yeah, we can't play anymore because you broke our DM.
You guys know what to do. Go ahead and
That is
do it.
awesome.
Just somebody take charge and do it.
If we're going to be ending it here, I'm gonna take charge
Please
right
do.
now and say, V, aka Fantasy, go ahead and list off your stuffs.
I'm on the if I can talk now.
I
God.
think you broke my. See, the issue is Fantasy's my wife, so that.
Yeah.
My anxiety is just. But
I guess I chose the wrong.
AZ go.
Poorly. No.
Let me
All
take
right.
over and I'll just mess it up real quick.
I'm AZ Rock Slide. I play rocks. I am one of our stream team leads here on Good for Gaming. I stream on Thursday nights, assuming that my internet is fixed and running properly, which it's getting better. And tomorrow they're supposed to finalize it. I should be on the channel Thursday night. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to play yet, but it will be something roughly Halloween themed. I also stream on my own channel, and you pretty much, if you see AZ Rock Slide, it's me.
Okay, well then I guess that would make me next then. So, I am Nephimel. As we said earlier, I've been going through some serious health stuff. We're actually going on to a full month of some serious health stuff that's preventing me from working and all that stuff, but I'm here. I'm here on Tuesdays when we play D&D. I play here on Sundays as well, and I've been trying to get back into my own channel, playing Baldur's Gate 2, which is
Here they come.
Dragons game. So,
Sorry, that went through at the wrong point.
That's okay.
Whatever. That would mean that Jester, you're next.
Yeah.
I'm Jester. I haven't done much on stream lately, but you can find me on stream Jester8082. That's also me on Twitter. And I'm a G4G community member. So yeah.
If I'm shouting out anybody's name wrong, please correct me. We're all mods here.
You did the number. You did 8382. It's 8082.
Fail. Try again.
There we go.
That means, okay, V, you good to go now?
I am on the opposite Tuesdays of our D&D nights, so next week will be probably more Baldur's Gate, if not Star Wars. And then I run the Instagram, and then I'm trying to get back into my own channel. I've been sick, so I haven't been doing it, and so I'm gonna try to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then see how weekends pretty much go. But yeah.
Next is Big Effin' Deal 1.
What's up, everybody? Big Effin' Deal 1. I am on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you see Big Effin' Deal 1, that's me. I also do Friday nights, or every other Friday night on the G4G channel.
And I believe you're up this Friday, right?
This week, yeah. We'll be getting back to...
So you're every other Friday on G4G, and your every other Friday is our every other Tuesday?
Right now it is, yeah.
I believe that's correct, yeah.
Nice. Double dose of big.
So I'll be getting back to Far Cry 3 on Friday. And other than that, you can catch me on my channel streaming ESO right now.
I'm assuming that leaves me.
I don't think Minika hasn't gone yet.
Not Mage. Oh my god, I should shoot myself in the freaking foot for calling her Mage, because we literally just had a talk about how I hate being called Neff and she hates being called Mage, and
she even changed her name.
I know it. Don't I freaking know it? Okay.
All right.
Well, Minika.
Hi everyone, I'm Minika. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Minika Plays. I used to be Mage Minika. Don't look for that. I don't know, what do I say about me? If you like cats and indie games, I'm your girl. You can check me out this Sunday. I'm actually doing a 12-hour stream raising money for Extra Life. It's going to be weird. My kids are going to put makeup on me, I think. I think I'm actually going to dress up as a butter cat. I'm going to put butter on my head and try to play games with paws. I don't know. It's if you like weird, come check me out.
Okay, I've played games with like skin tight gloves before, and even that's hard. I don't know how you're gonna even.
I can hold a cup of coffee with these, and I can sort of click the mouse, but the keyboard's a no go.
What you need is an Xbox Connect, right? And just like
yeah.
And then Drizzle.
Now we're to you.
Oh, me? It's me.
Yep.
No, I
Driz, you can go.
You did go.
Did you go?
No, she already went.
I think I already went. Well,
she was right after me.
So I'm Cubby Blue for life. This is my Tuesday night, every other Tuesday night here on the Good for Gaming channel. Normally I can be found at Cubby Blue for life here on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, the whole shebang. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
Yeah, broke.
For as bad of a day as I had, I honestly, like, to the point where, like, I've cried, like, this is the first time I've cried multiple times in one day. Like, for completely different things. I mean, I had, like, everybody in here saw my message on the Good for, like, if you go into the support group on the Good for Gaming channel, like, you'll see what I'm going through today alone. But thank you for those 100 bits, Jester. And then, just everything that went on today. Like, tonight. Just everybody's support, all the gifted subs, the group donating bits, and getting us to that hype train. Which I guess I could officially say is my first ever hype train, but...
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Sadly, it wasn't on my channel, but, you know, it was here. I think we've only had maybe one before. I don't know if we've had any on the channel before, but
not that I can think of, but it's not like I get to be here all the time.
It's still rather new,
It's been around for a lot longer than you think, though, too.
Really?
The hype train, yeah, it's been around for years. I only have ever gotten to level 1 hype train tonight, so.
But just the like I said earlier, just the support that everybody showed tonight in general, was amazing.
No, this was
it
awesome.
was great.
This is what
and like I said, with
hell, I'd play D&D every week if it was like.
I think I would too, but it.
I mean, to be fair, I'd probably play D&D almost every week.
I mean, if it gets to that point where we can, then we could do it. But I mean, especially getting into the holiday season, it's going to get hard for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is a 2021 goal, right?
Maybe we could try going more often
If it
next
was a
year,
goal.
or we'll keep it how it is for the time being. But like I said, with me and Fantasy living together, if we have to go and work and whatnot, if we have to do back-to-back weeks, we'll do back-to-back weeks. I mean, we just did one like last week or 2 weeks ago and the week before that. So
as long as somebody's
yeah,
on.
I mean,
I shouldn't say that because real life comes
Yes.
first, but
I mean, it was almost to the point where we might not we were at a 60-40 of not playing tonight. But with Big being able to play, we went with it. Because I wasn't sure how I was going to be because it's been a rough day. But with that end, we're going to end it here. I was trying to get a tweet out as you guys broke me, but we're going to have to go find those clips if nobody clipped any of that.
Oh, we'll make sure they get
Yes.
clipped.
But with that being said, we are going to raid into... I'm going to go into King Kong. King Kong is a part of... King Kong Run 25 is a part of our Extra Life community. He's an amazing streamer. Like, he is playing Genshin Impact. He is probably one of the kindest people... I mean, outside of Firebrand, I think he's one of the most kindest people I know. Everybody else might think otherwise, but me and King Kong have been real good friends for probably since the Able Gamers Marathon, I think 2 years ago. And that's how I came across, or how we met. So we're gonna send it over to him.
he's been super
Yes,
supportive.
He's another one of those people that if you need to talk to somebody, he's always somebody to talk to, or he's willing to listen.
Who, King Kong?
Yes,
King
Kong's
man.
great. So, Sammy, once again, thank you very much. I need to go watch it. Maybe not. It's 12:30.
Yeah, we can. Put on
I'm
a
gonna
movie
fall
and
asleep.
just
I gotta
soak
fall
in
asleep.
light.
Oh shit!
Oh, we're the best around.
And Sen with a $5 donation.
That must be Senkanji.
Thank you for that
thank you.
$5 donation.
That's awesome.
I mean, it wasn't $500. But...
Hey, it could be $1 and it wouldn't matter.
That's true.
No matter
I know.
what organization you donate
I
to, if
tease.
it's stacked up, which that donation was to, or if it's to Extra Life, every dollar counts. So you guys have a wonderful night. Please give King Kong 25 a follow if you don't follow him.
Yep.
But other than that, you guys have a great night.
Bye. Happy
Yes, happy Halloween.
Oh my gosh. So, before we talk about anything important in our wrap up here, because I've apparently missed the past couple times of talking